Oh my goodness, that music. I love that metal so much. I love it so much. I hope you do too. Um, I like to mix up the intro song a little bit. That's an older version of the one that I used to use that, and now I mostly play the Get Ready for the Smackdown. So anyway, welcome everybody to Tuesday Night. I'm your host, MCToon, even though it's a Wednesday. And I stumbled into a video called Something Crazy is Going On with the Sun, and it's not good. That's what I stumbled into. And this is an example of headline reading research. That's what this guy does. And if you spent any time at all dealing with flat earthers, you know that they read the headline and that's it. The headline is the only thing that matters to a flat earther. It is absolute, undeniable scientific proof if the headline to an article says something. That's it. You don't need to read any deeper than that. Did they do measurements? Doesn't matter. What was the nature of the experiment? Who knows? None of it matters. The only thing that matters is the one thing, the headline. And that's what this is all about. The guy here who titled his video, Something Crazy is Going On with the Sun and It's Not Good. Anyway, the guy's name is James, Jaymez. I sent him an email. I said, hey, I don't want to review your video without you knowing about it, without you having an opportunity to, to represent yourself. So I sent him an email yesterday or the day before. And then today, a little bit ago, I said, well, I'm reviewing it tonight. Here's a Zoom link. So right now there's a Zoom link sitting there open. I know it's an inconvenient time, James. If you're watching this later, hey, this is when I stream. I didn't choose this time to be inconvenient to you. I chose this time to be convenient for me. So anyway, the Drunk Debunk Show for $10 says, thanks for being awesome, MCToon Live. Well, the Drunk Debunk Show just enjoyed his 100th episode. So good for him. I number mine as well, but I don't generally identify what number it is. But I can tell you, this show is episode number. Hold on. Gotta find it. It is 661. That's right, episode 661. So there we go. I got a couple other. We got Meat Permits Tad for $2 says something crazy is going on with the sun. Light. That's right. Craziness. Rossi says for $2, how are flurfers surviving the AI clickbait age? Well, for some reason, I don't know if it's just common or if it's just getting fed to me on Facebook, but I get probably every single AI generated Antarctica revealed garbage complete fake clickbait. Some guy walking around and, oh, look, there's a pyramid. And, oh, look, here's a statue of an Anunnaki. And they're going into a tunnel that's completely bedazzled with gold. And it's obviously all AI. And the comments in there mostly are, this is AI trash. But there are some people in there that are like, oh, I can't believe this truth is finally coming out. Those people are going to get killed before they get back. Like, how did the video... They already put the video out. Right? It's not real, of course. But these dummies actually think that, that they're going to get killed before they get... What? So the video can't be released? That's already been released? That doesn't actually exist. But that's already been released. How dumb. Oh my gosh. Evil Producer 1 says you need a special Flurf Bait episode at 666. I don't know. I don't put any value in that number like Flatties. They love that number. They love that number so much. All right. Toon's derp voice kills me, says DP Debunks. IC Spin says check your DM. Yeah, I know. I was just over there in the Drunk Debunk show. Oh, there it is. It says you were rated with 1 billion subs from the Drunk Debunk show. Well, that's very, very nice. Hold on. Let me grab that so we can have a look at it. Thank you, Icy Spin. I really appreciate that. 1 billion subscribers. There it is. There it is. Let me just put this here. There we go. All right. There it is. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. 1 billion subs. Fantastic. Billy J36 says, yo, actually crazy today was the shortest day in history since the advent of the atomic clock. July 9? The shortest day? I don't know what oh, because the Earth is rotating slightly faster. Yes. Again, speaking of headline nonsense, Flatties saw a headline about, the Earth is rotating faster, and they freaked out. They're like, you guys actually believe this stuff? Like, and I look at the actual article because they're like, oh, 45 minutes and you gotta go. Like, it's 1.5 microseconds. This is what's amazing. People have developed the ability to measure the rotation of the Earth to a precision better than 1.5 microseconds. And on the other hand, flat earthers with absolutely zero supporting evidence, zero, say, the Earth's not rotating. With nothing. They've got nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, all right. So, all right, let's go right to it here. We've got, this is the guy, James, Jaymez. That's him right there. And he has this video called Something's Crazy with the Sun, and it's not good. So let's see what is ever so not goodly good about the sun.
So get this, a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine comes up to me and says,
okay, that's probably not very loud, is it? Well, let me fix that. What am I doing? I don't want that one. That's not the right. Let's try this. Let's see what this does.
James, have you noticed how there's something weird about the sun?
How's that? Is that a little? It's a little peaky, a little on the red. I've been trying to pay more attention to the levels.
And I'm like, no, I haven't. So he says that the sun seems to be rising too early, hotter than usual, and certain farmers are noticing how their sunflowers are not following the sun anymore. So
wow, seems to be. I mean, how incredibly deep. You know what? I forgot. Hold on just a second, everybody. Do get your tabs. Make sure you do your high IQ research with your tabs open before you get into this, so that you are properly presented, properly prepared. Okay. There we go. Somebody sent a comment that there's a lot of inside jokes and a lot of lore, and it would be good to kind of give a little background to that every once in a while. So I'll tell you about the tabs. There was a flatty. There once was a flatty named Red Pill. I don't know, Red Pill something. It doesn't matter. He's gone. And he thought he was super duper smart. And he did a video where he bragged about how smart he was because he had so many open tabs. And he was doing his high IQ research with all of those open tabs. And then Red Pill Philosophy. And so he challenged me to a debate. Not many flat earthers have the courage to challenge me to a debate, so good for him. But during that debate, I got a bunch of tabs. I got a whole case of all 12 of them. And during the debate, I kept opening them and drinking them, and I used to have a little, like a dresser back here, and I built a little tab pyramid behind me while we were having the debate. So since then, I have been enjoying drinking tabs during live streams and debates and stuff, and because because why not? Because it's so funny. And Red Pill Philosophy is gone. His channel's gone. He built himself a cargo thing. Wait, remember those? What are those? It was the Rage. I don't know. Maybe it still is. A house from cargo things. I can't remember. Anyway, why can't I remember the name of the container? Shipping container. Thank you, Coffee Troll. Not Coffee Troll. The Gorn Captain. Hold on. Coffee Troll. Wasn't he into the manosphere? Yes. This is coffee. Just a second. Oh, it's from the Frigitator. Anyway, he built a house for himself because he's a Red Pill Philosophy. He's an incel, and for himself and himself to enjoy out in the middle of nowhere in Florida. Anyway, why did I say that? That's because that's why I drink tabs. And where do I get tabs? Because, oh my goodness, they stopped making them years ago. Of course they did, but NASA sends me a special shipment every month. So, anyway, let's get back to this guy. Now, while we're watching this, you tell me, who does he look like? And then I'll put up a poll to see who wins the who does he look like. There's no audio now. Why did the audio not happen? Well, that did it? Yeah, no audio. Oh my goodness. What? All right, let's try this.
I find hundreds, if not thousands, of videos of people talking about the same thing.
No, that's not the moon. The moon is above us. That's there. That's there.
Oh, man. That's why. Like, you heard it, but you didn't see it because something went wacky. So hold on. Something went wacky. I can fix it. There you go. There's the sun. That's all weird.
And that's not the sun. That can't be the sun because the sunset is over there.
Hey, that's a planet.
The sunset is over there.
Mommy, that's a planet.
And the moon is up here.
Yeah. So that must be a planet.
I mean, that's the sun, but it looks kind of weird and it's setting in a different place. But that's just a coincidence, or maybe she's mistaken, right?
I absolutely.
Yeah. This is the thing that's for right off the top. That's when people see something that they don't understand, right? Instead of thinking maybe I don't have the background enough to understand it, they assume that they have enough background to understand it, and that therefore, since they are an automatic expert in that topic, that something must be wrong. Some nameless, faceless they has been involved in it, or something is afoot. Slight echo, double audio.
We hate video.
Oh, there it is. Yep. All right. Got it. Fixed.
Like this, but I am going for my morning freaking walk, and I have got to be tripping here, dog. I got to be tripping. Every morning I go for a walk, and every morning
dog.
The sun glare is in the same freaking spot.
But the sun isn't in the same spot every day. It shifts throughout the year. This guy, without knowing the topic, he has declared himself to be the knower of the topic.
Blinds me right from that direction. So tell me why the sun is over here. Why the hell is the sun over here? when it should be over here.
And where did he check this out? He didn't check it out anywhere. You've got the internet, all of the internet in your hand. You could look up the direction that you are facing using this device, and you could look up the predicted direction of the angle of the sun using this device at that moment. But what did he do? He did neither. He's like, oh, the sun is usually supposed to be over there and it dirt be over here now. I don't know what the heck's going on. Seriously. Mikey Smith is in the chat. Oh my goodness, Mikey Smith. Where are you, Mikey? Let me see. Everybody loves Mikey Smith. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. There it is. Squawk that chicken, Mikey. Squawk that chicken. I wonder, do I have... Hold on. Hold on, Mikey. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
Boo-ba, 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 boo-ba.
Thanks, Mikey. Mikey, got any more for us? Hold on. What else do you got to say, Mikey?
Well, how you doing? Oh, I don't know. I'm stupid. I don't have no education.
I mean, okay. Can't argue with that, Mikey, if you want. Tell you what, Mikey. I'll send you. I'm going to email you, Mikey Smith. Mikey Smith. I will. There it is. I'm going to email you a Zoom link. You are welcome. You are invited to come join, Mikey, and we can review this together or whatever. Because you know how it is, Mikey Smith. All right, it's been said. Mikey, if it wasn't for you, we would have nothing. We'd have no content, Mikey. No content at all. So anyway, Mikey, there it is. I've sent it to you. You can join, and then I'll play the Phone to Flirt song once you're in. All right. Anyway, back to this. All right. The guy who could have checked on the angle that it should have raised, that the sun should have come from, but he didn't.
What? So we got a couple of people noticing the same thing about the sun.
What they're noticing is that they don't know the topic well enough to even look up the angle that the sun should be. It's just laziness.
But looking for more of this, it's not just the sun setting in a different place.
So if the sun set way over there, what is this? Like, what is that?
People were noticing several glitches that they could not explain.
The welding mask. So I don't know if it's like electromagnetic energy coming at us right now, being pulsed.
A welding mask. Think about that just for a second.
That is so weird.
Yo, it's what, 7:25, something like that? The sun supposed to go down.
Again, did they check it?
Why is it even looking like this?
All right, the reason why it looks like that is because you have thick clouds in front and thin clouds behind. But anyway, you know what? You know what we got? Hold on. We've got a special guest. We've got a special guest with us right here. How you doing, Mikey?
Oh, what's going on?
Hold on. I got it.
Those sun videos are horrible. I don't even like those myself.
Mikey, what are you doing?
What's with the glove? Where do you get those tabs? I want those tabs.
This is an oven mitt to protect my forehead for when people do dumb things.
Oh, why? Am I poking my nose into your forehead or what?
Yeah. Okay, people want a lawsuit update. What's the update?
Oh, yes. So the gentleman phoned me this morning and said that he's passed on my papers to another gentleman who is reviewing my papers. So they will get back to me soon.
Okay, couple things. How gentle was this man?
I don't know. You can tell me.
Okay, I didn't talk to him. You did. What was
his name is what's his name? Moses. I got it on my phone here. Moses.
You spoke to Moses? I mean, he can get stuff done.
Yeah.
He knows the big guy. He does. He talked to him in a bush. He went up on a mountain. He saw him up there.
I guess so.
Wow. All right. So what did Moses say?
Well, he said he has passed on my papers to another law firm, and they're reviewing my papers and will get back to me.
So was this guy with a law firm, or was he with the Canadian government?
No, I e-filed my papers, and he's in Ottawa. So he's in the the government city where everything's run. So yeah, it goes right to him. And then he passed them on.
Is he an employee of the Canadian government?
I have no idea. He's a lawyer or whoever deals with the law papers.
Somebody who deals with the law papers.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't know if he was like representing you or representing the Canadian government.
That is a good question. I will ask those questions next time.
I mean, that's kind of a big deal to know the difference between that.
Well, I don't know much. I just sent my papers in, and they don't ever phone me, so yeah.
But they did phone you today, Moses. He called you up.
Yeah, at 6:30 in the morning, so I wasn't alert yet.
but it's time zones, right? Are they in a different time zones in Owatonna?
Yeah, that would be like 2 hours difference.
Yeah, so it was 8:30 in the morning for him.
Yeah.
All right.
But the question is, did he have a chicken to squawk? That is the question.
But you did. Do you have the chicken with you?
No, it's in my car all ready for Friday because I'm going to the football game on Friday. And then I'm going out to a country concert out in the valley. There'll be thousands of people there. I'm sure there's 30 or 40,000 people there.
Wait, you're going to a country concert?
Well, I'm not going to it, like into it. I'm going,
that's a relief. Because if you went into a country concert, you would accidentally hear country, and that's torture.
Yeah, my ears would bleed at the moment.
Yes, and maybe your toe would even bleed.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, maybe that could be good because that would mean that there's blood flow.
Yeah, that would be good. It bleeds when I pick at it.
Oh gosh, I was gonna have a beverage, but I no need now.
Yeah, just suck on that tab. It's really good for you.
All right, I can do that right here.
Hey, did they sell those at Walmart there? I'm going to pick some up when I come in the fall.
I got this at Hy-Vee.
At where?
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee.
Hy-Vee. Hyvee. It's a Midwestern grocery store chain. So wait,
Hy-Vee. Okay.
You're going to come here in the fall. Where?
Not there. Well, I'm going to the States in the fall.
Which state?
Well, I'll be going to many. I'll be going to Denver, New Mexico, Nevada, and California. And I highly doubt I'm going to Alabama because it's way too far.
Denver is not a state. But why would you
I'm
bring
in Colorado?
Why did you include Alabama in the list?
Because there's a gentleman there who watches me, who wants me to go visit him, but it's way too much out of my way, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, Alabama is quite a bit different from that trip you're taking. So what are you going to be doing during this trip?
Recording the stars.
Okay, and what are you going to do with the stars? What, like? Oh, you're going to bring your telescope. Do you still have your telescope?
No, I returned it.
Why did you return your telescope?
Because I can't stand them. They're stupid.
So instead, you're going to use the binoculars that has mirrors in it.
Whatever. Let's just move on to something else.
But you know that the binoculars you use has mirrors in it, right?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have mirrors in front of your eyes.
These are not mirrors.
Yeah, they're making that curve appear from somewhere.
All right.
Maybe you should take the glasses off next time.
There we go.
And it'll flatten it out.
I only use glasses for reading. So the people that interact with me in real life when I'm not reading don't know me with glasses on. What do you think of that?
Beautiful. What? So is there sugar in the tab or no?
Nope.
Is there? So it's basically Coke with no sugar, right?
Yeah, it's a cola. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it tastes terrible.
You don't like Coke?
I don't like cola. It's gross. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, you know what, Mikey? We got a couple people are saying some things to you here. So hold on. We got. Let me read this here. We got Rossi says, Mikey, I can't super chat you because you blocked me, and he paid me $2 to tell that to you.
Rossi? Who's Rossi?
Rossinate.
Oh, I was just looking at my list because I have over 400 on the list.
You have over 400 people blocked.
Yes, that's how many trolls I have. Yes.
So that's how dedicated you are to having a purified echo chamber.
Okay then.
Yeah. Okay, so Rossi said that. Icy Spin says, one in the chat if you're blocked on Mikey's channel. Here we go, everybody. Let's see the ones come in here.
That's due to my subs, not me.
Due to your subs. What do you mean your subs?
Well, your
moderators?
The moderators. Yeah.
Now, when my moderators block somebody that they shouldn't block, I usually mention it, and then I will, if they like ban them, I'll unban them. So, oh my goodness, there's a whole bunch of people that are blocked on your channel. Icy Spin, Brenda, Paul,
the whole time.
Monkey Cat, Pat, Requiem, Real Cygnus, Rob Fowler, You Are Victoria, Robert, Madewell, Mark W, Boston Concerts, Rossi, Robot Tacular, Borg Emporia, Mitchell LaHoy, Wesley Garden, Grand Leonard, Lindsay Bow. Let's see, we got Jose Luis Guadalupe Hernandez. Love that name. That is a powerful name. Roger That, Liz K, Unfornicated, Zoomy, Silent Dave, It's Probing Time, 666, Nathan Oakley's Daddy, Logic, Max. There you go.
Yeah, there's Roger That. Yeah, where's...
And you know what I do to people that come on my channel? If they are in like, if my mods are prone to blocking them, I will make them a mod, Mikey. That's how unscared I am of having people talk critically at me.
Maybe I could come to Minnesota because that's not too far.
It's not.
Yeah.
When are you coming?
We can go and count all the 10,000 lakes, and seeing that we've got over 100,000 here in Saskatchewan, so we beat you on that one.
Don't care. It's not even. It doesn't even rank 0 on my scale of caring.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of things are like that.
Yeah, I don't care how many lakes. But yeah, definitely swing by. It's probably out of the way. You would have to drive east to get here, and all of those states that you mentioned are to your west.
Yes.
So, but if we haven't yet planned for sure our trip to Banff, because it may be modified by a trip to London, but we would probably drive through Moose Jaw.
Yeah. The metropolis city that it is.
Yeah. What city do you live in?
It's a town. There's only 2,300 people here.
But I asked what the name is. I mean, I know the name, but I don't want to say it wrong.
It's Assiniboia. Now say that 10 times fast.
Assiniboia.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, there it is. I was looking for your account on here, Mikey. Can you do a quick comment?
Why do you need my, like on the chat?
Yeah, in my chat.
Why do you need my account?
You'll see. So yeah. And remember, when I drive through, you can buy us lunch.
Okay.
There it is. All right. All right, let's go. There you go. That right there, Mikey. That's how much of against echo chambering I am. Just made you a mod.
Oh, what? Oh,
There it
cool.
is.
Thank you very much.
So you can post links. Your comments won't get held. You don't have to wait 33 seconds between comments.
33.
And
I'm still trying to find Roger that on my list, and I don't find him here.
Oh, all right. You know what you could do? You could just wipe the list. Just
Are you kidding me?
wipe
Holy
it
doodle.
all out. Just start over.
Start over and keep banning people again.
Why would you ban people?
Well, because they're being rude and disgusting and assholes.
But Mikey, does truth fear investigation?
Nope.
So when you ban people, it seems like you're fearing investigation.
I'm not fearing anything.
It sure seems like you are when you block people.
No. It's my moderators that are, for some reason.
Oh, well then unmod them. Take away their wrench if they're going to be blocking people.
Yes, that's what I did do earlier, a month ago or so on. And yeah, that was fun.
All right. So let's see if you got a few other chats from the audience. Charlie Welsh says, yes, thank you for being awesome. What he said. Signa Step says, calling out Charlie Welch. Evil Producer 1 says, you need a special Flurf Bait episode at 666. This is episode number 661, Mikey. I'm not like infatuated with the number 666 like many flat earthers are. But
well, I'm not that way either.
So if I do a Flurf Bait episode, what should it be? That's a good question. CK says, that was a sweet of you to delay your stream for the Drunk Debunk 100th show. Hello, Toonies, says CK. You know the Drunk Debunk show, Mikey. Have you heard of?
No, never.
Mike at the Drunk Debunk show just had his 100th episode tonight.
Yeah, I know. He phoned me on his live stream.
He did? Oh, yeah, that was
that wonderful guy that he is.
That was so nice of you to answer the phone call, to take time out of your busy schedule to answer Mikey. Mikey Smith answered Mike from the Drunk Debunk show, because Mike from the Drunk Debunk show would not have a show if it wasn't for you, Mikey.
Hey, on your 666 show, we should do a Mike, and Mikey show.
Everybody named Mike is invited.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. Everybody named Mike.
And see, but we can only have 3 mics on there because each mic takes one of those 6s, and we just make them 3. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. I think we should.
There would be 3 mics.
Here's what we do: we limit it to 666 people named Mike.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's do that. That's. Yes, I should call up Mr. Hunt, first name Mike. You know.
Mr. Oh yeah, Mr. Cunt himself.
No, Hunt. Hunt. Mr. Hunt with an H at the beginning there.
I heard a C in there somewhere.
First name Mike. It's a K. Anyway, Rossi says, I have over 100 open tabs groups. Untreated ADHD. Open tab groups. Jeez. Yeah, I have. There are browser extensions that can manage your tabs. I tried them and like, oh, this was pretty cool. They're like, okay, now you have to pay. Like, no. Astrokate Sathik says, I love Mikey's newest music video, Talking Cat. What is this?
Oh, that's what's the DJ New Moon did that.
Okay. He made a video for you?
Yeah, in relation to Drunk Debunk, because he has a blow up doll with my face on it. Because he's like, that's all he does is talk about me and show videos of me and go on my live streams.
Who has a, you mean?
Mike, Drunk Debunk Show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we covered that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Yeah. I told you that already, Mikey. You were here when I told you that. That he has. Sorry. The soda is or as we say in Minnesota, pop. The pop is getting back to me here. Let me just have a little beverage here.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
You see what this says, Mikey? Okay. All right.
Yeah, play the Squawky Chicken song.
We got. I'll probably do that on the outro. We got. Let's see. Meat Permits tab says Dana Carvey pretending to be Borat. That. Icy Spin says here's Red's counter. So Ironworks 92,000 has been scared to debate Red's rhetoric on a neutral platform for 7 days, 2 hours, 37 minutes. There you go. It's over 2,000 days for Nathan Oakley scared to debate Reds, and over 1,400 for Oakley scared to debate me on a neutral platform. You know how brave, Mikey, the flat earthers are when they won't go on a neutral platform to debate, right?
I guess so.
No, I mean, you're here. You have something that Oakley doesn't. You know those things that Oakley always is trying to put in other men's mouths? He doesn't actually have any of them.
What are you talking about? What does he put in other people's mouths?
He offers to put things in people's mouths. But I can hold on. I can. It's best.
Testicles?
It's best if he says it in his own words, with his own face hole. Let's see here. We've got.
I'm ignorant.
Well, okay. That wasn't the one. Let's see.
I'm a moron.
That's a different one. Okay, hold on. I gotta find the right one.
Now I'd like to know how my balls taste.
That's the one. That's, if only he could find out.
And then I'd like to know how my balls taste.
Yep, that's. I mean, he has some problems, and only other men can solve them.
Yeah. Well, he'll have to talk to a few other people then.
Yeah. And anyway, but he doesn't even have them. He won't face somebody on a neutral platform. Here you are on my platform.
They're
Mikey.
inverted.
All right, Lord Illuminous Pooh says, I thought I liked going to the movies. No, turns out I like eating snacks in a dark room where it's illegal to talk to me. Tim Davidson says they invented a LiDAR to track mosquitoes in the home. Look it up. What? That's nuts. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, could be.
LiDAR there's a pitch behind the world's first portable mosquito air defense dubbed Photomatrix, a crowdfunded gadget from Changzhou. It uses a LiDAR scanner to track any mosquito buzzing in a 6-meter radius and zaps them with a
this on speaker?
galvanometer directed laser before they can bite.
Oh, there it is. Is that speaker?
I don't know what you're talking about.
On my phone. I don't know if you're coming through the earpiece or
I don't know. So apparently my Amazon Music. Oh. So that's not me. Icy Spin. Somebody else published it. I don't get anything from it. But Mikey Smith is on there. Do you know that, Mikey? You are on Amazon Music and Spotify. Yeah.
Really?
Really? You really are.
Like the Squawk the Chicken thing?
No, that one isn't. No, not yet.
Oh.
And I get nothing for it. So anyway, so all right, let me. That's pretty cool. I didn't know it was on Amazon Music. Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, Mikey, please unblock me from your channel. All right, Mikey, go unblock Mikey Cat Pat Pat. Monkey Cat Pat Pat, not Mikey Cat Pat Pat. Leslie Rohrer says 666 is important. It's the number of times I've banged my head on my desk listening to a flurf. Oh, there you go.
That means it's a globe now, right?
What's that?
That means it's a globe.
No, that doesn't mean it's a globe. Not at all. CK says, tell Mikey I'll meet him in Denver, Colorado. You want to meet? Yeah. You want to meet CK?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now I'm looking for, what was that, Mikey Cat something?
Monkey M.
Monkey.
And M is the one that's got it's got like two mountains. That's the M. Big pointy at the top twice. That's the M. And then O is a circle like spaghetti O's. M-O. All right, tell me when you're ready for the next letter. N as in knowledge.
All right. I do not see monkey
Cat Pat Pat. Okay. Buck Sodbuster says, ask if it was Moses Gasharabake. Was it Moses Gasharabake?
I have no idea what his last name is.
You didn't even ask his last name. Mikey, here's what you do.
Yeah.
When somebody calls you about your lawsuit, you take notes. You get a piece of paper or you put it in your computer. I use Evernote. Everything that happens, I put in Evernote. Okay? And so like your phone number that I have of you, I put that in Evernote. Yes. So I have your your phone number in Evernote. So, come here, donkey. Hi, puppy. Good night. Love you. Hey, you had a cat for a while. What happened?
I still have a cat.
You still do?
Yeah.
What's its name?
Rakia. Hebrew for the firmament.
Come here, penguin. Penguin is English for penguin. Come here, penguin.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Come here, puppy. No, come here. Hold on. You got to get up here and meet. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, let's see the cat.
She's outside.
What's she? Wait, what do you mean she's outside? Is she just always outside? Like she's not actually your cat? She's just outside somewhere? Like we have
that's English for outside.
We have a pet opossum that always is outside. It's never in the house. Do you know what its name is?
Possum.
Narwhal.
Cool.
That's cool. That's all you got.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Here's Penguin. Oh, Penguin. Don't go crazy. There we go. Look at the camera, Penguin. You're not very photogenic. There you go. Go, puppy.
What is that your mop that you mop the floor with?
Well, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time for a haircut, I think?
Yep. Well, she just got a haircut actually last week.
It kind of looks like Red Rhetoric a little bit there.
Have you seen Res Rhetoric?
No.
So how could you know if Penguin looks like Res Rhetoric?
I'm just assuming, just like what every other Glober does.
All right. Here we go. That makes no sense, Mikey, but that's par for the course. All right. CK says, Mikey, please unblock Monkey Cat Pat Pat. Zoom, he says, yay, month 3 of no soda whatsoever. Never felt better. I'm a tea and coffee and fruit juice drinker now. All right. That's a good one. I would never drink pop. You should definitely not drink pop. And Zoomies been a member for Mikey Smith's favorite number months. What's your favorite number? 33 months. Scotty Orange says, what's Mikey's favorite card game? Mikey?
Card game? I don't do cards. I don't do game systems. I don't do anything that wastes my time.
Except flat earth nonsense, of course.
Exactly. That's just nonsense. Yeah.
Yep. So you don't play cards at all? Like, do you ever? Have you ever played cards? Like,
maybe once or twice. Maybe I play Uno. That's not cards.
Reverse card.
I play Uno and Fish. How about that one?
You mean Go Fish?
Yeah, Go Fish. You ever heard of that game?
Yeah, I stopped playing it when I was 4.
Yeah.
So what about Slapjack? You a big fan?
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Slapjack?
Niet.
I wonder if the people always wanted to play Slap Mikey.
Yeah, probably. Or Punch Mikey.
But that's a good one. That sounds fun. It's a Rubik actual NASA shill. Says, Mikey, come to Ohio. I'll take you to the NASA Center. I've been to the NASA Center, Mikey. You can go there.
That would be wonderful.
And Rubik's will be your guide.
The guide to the circus.
People are saying that there was that it's laggy. So my output is full stream. I don't know if it was dropping for a bit, but that's all I got.
Oh boy.
I was gonna get fiber, but we don't have fiber yet. They didn't get it in our neighborhood yet. DP Debunk says you can invite Oakley. He has mics. Oh, that's funny. Because we're just gonna have mics on the 666th stream. So, JSS Tiger says a man was going to St. Ive and cross paths with 7 mics. I have no idea what that's about. Is that a poem or a limerick? I don't know. It sounds like the beginning of a limerick. Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, Mikey. Mikey, this super chat could be yours. I'm blocked. Monkey Cat Pat Pat sent $2 whole. That's US dollars, Mikey. That could buy you Tim Hortons for a month because of the exchange rate. Oh, yeah. But you have him blocked. So sucks to be you.
Well, I don't see him on the list, so I don't know. Go make another channel just like everybody else does.
Just Jeff says, how does Mikey feel being grouped in with the likes of Eric DeBay and Nathan Oakley? Ooh. What do you think?
Who even assumed that?
What's that?
Who even assumed that?
Because you are a flat earther and they are flat earthers. You see? That's how. So,
interesting.
Flat earther, Eric DeBay, Nathan Oakley, Mikey Smith. You see? All flat earthers.
And only one goat.
Nope. None of you are goats.
No, I would be. Thank you.
Mikey, I don't think you're going to get top left. You're just not really top left material.
Well, that's not my opinion. That's the subs. So you'll have to talk to them.
What, your subs?
Out of the truthers, I would be one of the only ones that actually does anything in relation to the truth.
Subs call you the goat?
Yes, they do.
Oh my gosh. Just a second.
So you'll have to talk to them about that.
Just a second. Hold on. All right.
See again, Wicked. He says,
geez.
"Have you always been stupid, or is this a recent development? Does that mean it's a globe now by cutting me down, or how does that work?"
Who said that? Oh, Wicked Pissa. Yeah. No,
Okay,
that doesn't change.
Has it been his entire life that he's been a piece of rat shit?
That
or
doesn't
is it just
change
because of his face like that.
That doesn't change the shape of the Earth. It's just something that he's observed.
And he's immature about it. So why do people do that?
Mikey, if you're going to be throwing stones, you best not be doing it from a glass house.
What about plexiglass?
You know what they say? Don't throw glasses in a stone house. Something like that. Nick Yan says if Mikey goes to Minnesota, he should bring his bunny hug.
Or a hoodie.
I don't... What's a bunny hug?
A hoodie.
It's a hoodie?
Yeah.
Is that what you call it in Canada?
Well, I think the Western provinces do, yeah. Bunny hug.
Oh.
Henry
Thomas says, tell Mikey I'm a mod on his channel. Please unblock Monkey Cat Pat Pat.
Yeah, like, see, again, nobody, listening is a skill. I don't think any people in the chat have that skill.
Sir Mikey
Smith. Many times and he's not on the list.
What is this? What is this from Flurfology? Sir Mikey Smith. Wow. You know what this is, Mikey? I'm gonna have to have a look here.
Yeah, Silent Dave needs to know that I'm hopefully going to Calgary.
I remember when we used to debunk on Friday night,
just a second,
before
Mikey,
we found out the truth, that the Earth was really flat.
Imagine all that time they had been sending back time travelers from the future to plant globe Earth stories.
Even going as far as planting historical figures to help further the storyline, who would have believed it?
Copernicus, Newton, Einstein, all sent back to further the narrative for a globe Earth. All Freemasons.
All thanks to Mikey Smith, who sued the government and made them admit the truth. Sir Mikey Smith.
My son was much older when we first found out the truth, but even so, we legally changed his name to Mikey Smith.
Sometimes greatness comes in small packages. The building we are standing in front of right now, the Flat Earth Society, is named after Mikey Smith.
My name is already Mike, so I changed my middle name to Mikey in honor of a true giant.
The more you know. Seriously, people. The Earth is a globe. Morons.
That's so good.
Unbelievable how much shit you got, man.
That's so good. Mikey, can you believe that, Mikey? Somebody whose name is already Mike changed his middle name to Mikey just to honor you.
Yeah, whatever.
I should do the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
I should do the same thing.
Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. All right, NA super chatted $6.66 and says, because it's my favorite number. Max says, can you ask Mikey if he's seen the stripper again? I'm rooting for their love story.
What stripper?
The one that you saw that you locked eyes with.
Oh, that one.
Oh, like when that happened, Mikey, your heart went all flutter. Didn't it? You're like,
no, I was just confused. That's all. Not flitter flatter, just confused.
Oh, there she's looking at me. Like, it was soulmate time, Mikey. Like, Jeez, yeah, you got to go back. You got to find her. You have an epic mission, a quest, Mikey.
If it wasn't her.
You have a quest. Your quest is to seek out not the Holy Grail, not the Holy Hand Grenade, but the Holy Stripper.
Okay, I'll pass on the message next time I see you.
You've got to, Mikey. All right. CK says, how does Mikey Smith feel about Tim Hortons?
I don't know. I just get my tea and my donut and I'm good. It's expensive as hell.
You just get a cruller? Is that it?
Cruller.
Is that your favorite?
Yes.
What about my favorite, Mikey? All right, hold on. People, what do you think my favorite donut is? Mikey, what's my favorite donut?
The Timbit.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, really?
I've been to Tim Hortons maybe twice.
Oh.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just know the names of the standard names for donuts.
Honey dip.
No. How did Silent Dave get it? The first one, Ken OG, the OG Kenji said cream-filled, which is right. And then the very second person to mention it gets it spot on, Boston cream. How did you know? Boston cream.
Is Mikey on Tinder? No, I'm not on Tinder.
Well, he's not on Tinder. He's on Grindr.
Don't tell anybody.
I see. I won't. Just between you and me, Mikey. Icy Spins a sorted unbanned list in DM so Mikey can do screenshot. Ah. All right. I'll get the unbanned list from Icy Spin. Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. This is a good list. I'll email it to you, Mikey. How about that?
What list is that?
The list of people that you need to unblock.
Yes, yeah, do that. That would be absolutely wonderful.
All right, here we go.
And I'll get that done later if I can find them.
All right, and I think that I am not currently blocked.
No. You were at one point, but I unblocked you. That was a year ago, probably.
Yeah, and you know, it made my heart go flitter flutter when you did that, Mikey.
I was like, I might give him a chance. What the hell?
I mean, if it wasn't for you, Mikey, I would have no show ever. Rossi says, my Shiba puppies are Nami, Little Wave, not quite Tsunami, and Kahuna, Keeper of Secret Knowledge, or Knowledge on this chat. He says, check. What is this? What is? Oh my goodness. All right. I see spin. All right, hold on. Here comes.
Rob.
Oh shit. Cutwater lime margarita. There it is, Mikey. There it is.
Did you email it to me?
No, I emailed you the list. But it's the can of Cutwater that's on screen right now. That's the thing. That's it right there. All right. Meat Permits Tad says, I wouldn't make fun of how people look, Mikey, considering how much you look like the appendage you're getting close to losing. That's a good point.
Holy shit, all those people get real.
THC show, who's a flatty, I think, and is not banned on my channel, has said some pretty rough things and does not get banned says, would a tangent arc still appear if the sun is embedded? Those words are English, but in that order doesn't qualify. Yes, does this break FE? X? No, it depends. It deepens it. Would a tangent arc still appear if the sun is embedded? What the hell does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know what that means, Mikey.
Yeah.
My Icy Smith says, Mikey, please unban Monkey Cat Pat Pat. He's a good guy. You should unban Mikey Cat Pat Pat.
Again, listening is a skill.
Okay, Jack Fetter sent the video of people changing their name to Mikey Smith. CK says, unblock your whole list for super chats.
Hey, email me, then send that link to me, that video.
What video?
The name one.
Oh, the one of people changing their name to Mikey Smith? Sir Mikey Smith?
Oh, I love it.
I mean, how could people live without? There it is.
It's going to be the new name for the new whatever.
The addition to the observatory.
Everybody in hospitals are going to be like, what should we name our baby?
Mikey Smith, yes. But my last name isn't Smith, it's Anderson. That's fine. The kid's name is Mikey Smith Anderson. We just will never say Anderson. But wait a second, it's a girl. Doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, you can name, women are called Mike, aren't they, sometimes?
I generally know. I mean, Michelle would be the one that would generally get labeled. It's probing time 666 says Nathan Oakley's daddy says 666 is my number. Nobody else ain't got no business using it but me. All right, Mikey. Cutwater lime margarita. Mikey, it's been good.
Hey, I looked up chromatic aberration on Google for like 100 times today. Not today, but today I did it, but over time for like the 100th time.
Yes.
And no, chromatic aberration will not change the shape of an object.
It won't?
Nope, I looked it up.
Yeah. Do you think there might be other things happening too?
Yeah, of course, but it's not going to change the shape.
There you go.
I see Mikey's toes. My toes are healing up, actually. That's pretty good.
Do they get worse in the winter?
Yeah.
And
I don't know why, because the humidity was like in between 60 and 80% most of the winter. So I have no idea.
It's probably about temperature more than humidity. Right?
And it wouldn't help if I walked through the snow in bare feet.
Well, that's definitely not a something recommended. So I did martial arts for quite a few years, and cool. we never did it, thankfully. But my instructors are like, I remember when our guy would have us stand outside in the snow until we melted the snow to the ground. Yep. Anyway, all right, Mikey, I'm gonna play this video. Do you want to watch it?
Which one's that?
The guy that thinks there's something crazy with the sun. And
yeah, no, I want to see that. Yeah, he's doesn't do all those guys. It's a TikTok shit. They're all excited about their attention spans like 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, they can't do research. I mean, they're very much like flat earthers. In that they can't do research.
Far from it.
So, all right. Well, here we go. I'm sharing it to you so you can see it. See you in Colorado, says CK. She said, see you in Colorado. I don't know. I don't know what I didn't think I missed it, but okay. Nomad Universe
Yeah,
says
I'm going to see Roger Ledwell in Denver.
Is Roger actually going to go to Antarctica, do you think?
Oh, he's hoping to, yeah, but I don't know where he'd get the money from.
But he said that somebody will be funding him if he doesn't get all of it.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
All right. Well, here we go.
Yeah.
And up this high.
Look at this. I don't know.
Something is seriously up with the sun. The sun is coming up way too early, and it is setting way too late. Who else?
And how does he know that?
Who else is noticing this?
So in the month of June, we got a lot of people noticing how the sun was acting weird.
What am I seeing? It's like oh my God, what was that?
Lens flare.
And then we got farmers.
You guys tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
I think when you're 75 years old, you don't need to apply a TikTok filter.
Can you see those sunflowers?
Yes, I can.
Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour, to absorb the sun. Can you see there?
Now, here is the depth of research that people generally don't do. They don't find out. They don't actually read up on it. They just hear this guy say it, and they're like, "Oh, that's all that they're satisfied with that depth of knowledge. That's it."
Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here.
Okay, so
now he's about to give the answer. James is about to give the answer and then ignore it. Listen.
So that's really weird, but still, what he says next is even weirder.
I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this.
Wait a minute. So it seems that the original video was actually deleted. Why would this happen? I mean, this...
TikTok will take a video down for no reason at all. It's dumb. TikTok doesn't give a rip about anything. They'll just take it down. They don't care.
He's talking about sunflowers. So digging deeper.
But we don't know what the content of that first video was. So we don't know. We don't have any depth on why TikTok might have taken it down. But TikTok will take anything down if enough people complain about it. That's how lame TikTok is.
Into this, I actually found out that there's a huge rabbit hole and a very scary one. It involves China's fake sun, and this would explain the sunflowers. It also involves this crazy theory that there's something hiding behind our sun causing these anomalies. And there's also people
all this is BS.
Suggesting that CERN broke the simulation that we're living in. But nothing is as scary as the Mars theory. The theory that Mars was once the moon of a larger planet that was destroyed by something that came from outside of our solar system.
It's so dumb.
And some suggest that whatever this thing is, it's coming back. So let's try to find out what's really going on. And let's start with the basic. And that would be the videos of these anomalies people are seeing. Okay, so we got a few anomalies going on with the sun. And most of them are on the month of June or May. This is interesting. Then we got this video in March, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at this.
So I'm out here at the farm scouting for turkeys. And it's like between 6:55 and 7 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm just going to take a good video. The sky is really pretty. The farm looks really pretty.
Sure.
And as I'm taking this video, the sky done something weird.
The sky done something weird, brothers. I don't know what it done did.
Glitched. And I wasn't looking through the phone. I was scanning the field, but I was looking at the field, and I seen the sky do it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what the world? And
oh my gosh, I will blindly believe everything this guy says who's on TikTok and is definitely smarter than any scientist ever.
Stopped the video, and I went back. And my phone caught it. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so this is really wild. Let's check this out.
No, it's not wild yet. Nothing wild.
it's weird for sure. I'll show you guys a video. Check it out. Tell me what you think. It's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, he literally specified June in his search, then says most of them are from June. Yeah, that's really weird. I searched for sun anomalies in June, and most of them are from June. What's going on? Yeah, that's how dumb. That's how dumb and incapable of research, is happening here.
Weird.
Okay, I saw that.
So, did he see it with his own eyes, or was this just a camera thing?
What the heck is that? Let's take a look at it again. That was really quick. It's like some sort of sunburst, and if he saw it with his own eyes, that's not a camera glitch or anything like that.
I don't think he saw it with his own eyes. I think if he saw it with his own eyes, he was seeing it through the camera on his phone's screen.
Yes.
They just believe anything. Like, oh, I don't understand. Therefore you don't understand is the conclusion, not therefore there's a glitch in the Matrix.
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Let's check for solar flares. Maybe that would explain. But before doing that...
No, why not go with the most likely thing? There's something going on in the camera, in the phone. Whatever. Yeah, let's check solar flares.
Let's take a look at the comments. Posted by Log Cabin Chad. I work outdoors 8+ hours a day, so I always have a clear view of the sky. I've seen this happen 3 or 4 times a month for the last 2 months. I'm glad to know I'm not the only one seeing it.
Wow, I'm so glad to hear that from Log Cabin Chad, the scientist who really does have this documented well and has so much evidence.
So this is kind of weird. We got more people seeing the same thing. Let's take a look at this. Another person says, that's a sun simulator glitching. Solid catch.
Solid catch. It's a sun simulator.
Eric says, sun simulator. Okay, so a sun simulator. Oh my God.
Are these guys on the same medication as you guys are?
No, this is the type of stuff that flat earthers have been saying for years.
I don't agree with any of this stuff.
Well, I'm glad you don't, but Austin Whitsitt himself made these very claims about the sun simulator in China right here.
Yes.
So this is hilarious. I have, let's see. I have it. Hold on. Let me get it. There it is. Okay. So this is all he just watch how much research he does into this topic.
Chinese artificial sun sets a record towards fusion power generation. China's artificial sun sets new record with dual temperatures exceeding 100 million degrees Celsius. What? Okay, so if they have a fake sun, they could maybe send it to space. But
okay, that's all the research he did. James, all you did was read the headline. That's all you did. Here you go. China's $1 trillion artificial sun fusion reactor just got 5 times hotter than the sun. Here's what you didn't do. Watch this. Ready? Scroll. China's artificial sun has set a new record after superheating a loop of plasma to temperature 5 times hotter than the sun for more than 17 minutes. That was the record.
And how does he even assume what the temperature of the sun is? How does he even verify that?
Well, yeah, we know the temperature of the sun. So anyway,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
So it maintained a temperature of 158 million degrees Fahrenheit, 70 million Celsius for 1,056 seconds.
Anything.
The achievement brings scientists to a small yet significant step closer to the creation of a source of near unlimited clean energy. So the point of this is to do energy generation. So the sun generates a lot of energy by fusing hydrogen atoms together into helium atoms, and then that releases, as part of that process, releases energy that could be used to, if we could do it ourselves, could be used to generate electricity instead of burning coal or oil or building solar or windmills or nuclear. So our nuclear power plants aren't this, right? They're doing a different thing. So this has been something people have been working on for a long time, but it's not a fake sun that they're sending to space. There's a picture of it right here. This is what it looks like. You don't see the bright sun. This isn't an artificial sun that goes up in the sky and people look at and say, oh my goodness, there's the sun. You see nothing. You don't see it. So what did this lazy guy who's like, what did he do? Let's listen to what he says about it.
Celsius. What? Okay, so if they have a fake sun, they could maybe send it to space. But I don't.
So if they have a fake sun, maybe they could send it to space. No, that being sent to space wouldn't look like the sun. It would just be that in space.
And it would hit the firmament on the way up.
Oh my gosh, Mikey. Shush. How high is the firmament, Mikey?
Don't know. I've never been there.
You don't need to go somewhere to measure it.
Well, how am I supposed to measure it? Tell me how to measure it, and I'll measure the distance.
Bounce radar off of it, Mikey.
The radar goes that far?
Yes, radar easily goes that far, Mikey.
That I have access to? I'm not the military.
You don't need military. You could, you know what, Mikey? You should.
Well, you go do it then, and you tell me how far it is then. If it's that easy.
You hold on. I gotta get you up on screen here. This is. Hold on. Yeah.
Well, why don't you do anything? You don't do anything. Why? If you want to know how far it is, why don't you go measure it?
Mikey, why have you said I don't do anything, Mikey?
Well, you go measure the firmament. How far it is then.
Who went to Antarctica, Mikey?
Go measure the firmament.
Mikey. Me.
You don't have proof of that.
I went to Antarctica, Mikey. You don't get to say that I don't do things, Mikey. I went to Antarctica.
Okay, you've done one thing. Okay, good for that.
No, Mikey.
So let's move on to the firmament.
I went to Lake Tahoe. I did.
I went to the grocery store. I looked yesterday.
I brought my P1000 and I zoomed in to a dock across the lake, but I couldn't see the dock. I couldn't even see hundreds of feet above the dock. Something was blocking it. I've gone to the ocean multiple times.
Something was blocking it. Oh my God! You don't know how to use your camera, man.
I've got video of boats zooming in, and they don't come back. They don't come back when I zoom in.
Too far away, guy.
How far does something need to be?
That water is curved.
How far does something need to be that's blocked bottom up for zoom to bring it back? You tell me.
At what point does the water bend?
It's always bending, Mikey. But you said it was too far away. I need to know how far. How far,
buddy? Water is formless.
Water's not formless, Mikey.
Actually, you got to look it up, baby.
Water is the shape.
Water is generally considered formless. This is because water is a liquid state.
Water responds.
The shape and will conform to the shape of its container.
Water responds to the forces applied to it.
Absolutely fantastic. Why is it I'm always right? That's amazing. How that shit works. In fact, you're buying supper. Are you kidding me? You're the one who's already enveloped like $50 worth of super chats here already.
I know. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm so glad you're here, Mikey, to experience this. Astro Kate Sathik says, for $2, Mikey, I can help you build a radar with a SDR. You know what an SDR is?
No, could care less.
Software defined radio. So Astro Kate could help you do it. So you could then measure.
So your subs are willing to help me build a radar, or whatever it is, to go find out the distance of the firmament that you guys think space is real. Good job there, Globies.
Mikey, you won't accept.
You're still buying my T-shirts. That's
Mikey,
hilarious.
You won't accept my evidence. Remember?
No, you will not go measure it, so I'll measure it. He can build it. and I'll go measure the distance, okay, of the firmament that does not exist in your world.
Icy Spin says,
I love your guys.
the
You're funny.
super chats could be Mikey's. He could have that dirty globe buddy if he only would just unblock everybody. Oh, look at this.
Aren't gonna give me money?
This
What the
is
heck's the matter with
great.
this?
Jack Fetter says, if Mikey agrees to meet you and test with you, I'll pay for his flight and hotel stay. What about that, Jack Fetter? That's pretty nice. Mikey, that would be amazing.
I have recently deleted all of my blocked people as of right now.
Awesome. All right, people. There we go. Now
if there's any bullshit, you are immediately going on to the blocked list.
Mikey, you don't need you got to have a little tougher skin than that. I get people coming in
tougher
here all the
skin.
time. A little thicker
skin.
thicker
Who's out
skin.
in public teaching the world the truth.
Thicker skin. So let's see. THC, what's his name? The burnout guy. Where did he go?
I do need to change that one moderator because now
I think he's THC show. There he is. THC show. In geometry terms, a tangent is a line or curve that touches a surface at exactly one point without crossing it and matches its angle at that point. Oh, it's good job there, THC show.
Oh.
All right. CK says, MCToon live, and I have both super chatted you, Mikey, for your telescope. We will send super chats, but Mikey sent back the telescope. So should Mikey?
Yeah, because I'm buying a new set of binoculars. That's
so
why.
maybe Mikey should refund the money sent to the telescope fund. Mikey, come on.
No, I'm using it for binoculars.
Bigger binoculars?
One without chromatic aberration.
All right. Todd's Tech Tale says, join midstream to full screen Mikey doing downward dog. Please post warnings to prevent trauma.
Again, more proof of a globe.
All right, let's get back to this guy here who can't read past a headline.
I don't see why anyone would do that, unless, of course, there's something wrong with our sun and it needs to be replaced.
Oh my gosh, it's so lame.
Yeah, he's a moron.
Sun is likely to cool down in the next 30 years, causing a mini ice age on Earth. Huh.
Again, all he did was read the headline. How much will it cool down? He has no clue.
That would be a good reason maybe to set up an artificial sun.
7, 6, 4, 2.
Now, this video right here that says Chinese artificial sun at the bottom, Flat Earthers posted that all over the place. Everywhere. Flat Earthers did yes, everywhere, all over Facebook and TikTok and X.
Oh, well, because they're mental, that's why.
Everywhere. Yes, Flat Earthers are mental.
Some of them, most of them.
Now, Flat Earthers bought this, and this is how stupid they are. If you are going to send something up in a rocket, you would not send up like an artificial sun. You would not send the artificial sun on the top of the rocket so that you could see it lighting up as the sun while you're launching it. It would be in the nose cone and it wouldn't be on yet, right? As if something like that was possible. It's not, but that's how it would be done. And the Flat Earthers that posted this and all of the it's a fake sun people are look at this and they're like, oh, look, that's a fake sun. But it's just a rocket launch. That's all it is. It's just a rocket launch. But at least James gets this right. Listen to him.
So looking for more videos of this fake sun being sent to space, I found none. The first one was obviously in the US. It was a rocket launch.
He got that right. Good for him on getting that right. This is the first thing he actually dug deep enough to get right. Flat earthers didn't dig that deep. They just thought, it's a fake sun.
So I'm guessing there's no evidence of a fake sun in the sky for now. Or is there?
No, there is not.
Let's check for solar flares.
Hey, Ricky.
Oh wow, on March 28th, there was an X1 class flare, and they're rating it a strong radio blackout event. A day later, on March 29th, then he uploaded his video. But wait a minute, can we actually see solar flares with the naked eye?
Nope. That's fake.
No, you cannot see solar flares with the naked eye. So either the solar flare was much stronger.
What you talking about, Mikey?
I said, yeah, because they don't exist.
But Mikey, with consumer grade telescopes, you can record it yourself.
No. You're not going to show me that in reality, buddy. That will never happen. You show me in person. You show me the flares in person.
Mikey, no, that's not how evidence is done.
Oh, what? What? Oh, so you fake it and then present it?
No, that's not how evidence is done. If you disbelieve something, then go ahead and reproduce it yourself.
No, you need to show me the solar flares, buddy.
That's not how it's done.
Through your huge telescope that you do not have.
No, I don't need to, Mikey. That's not how evidence is done.
Because you're the one claiming they're real.
No, I don't need to, Mikey. Other people have.
Yes, you do, because you said they're real.
But Mikey, you don't even accept the evidence when I do present the evidence that I've done. That's the problem.
Of your own.
You still don't accept that evidence.
Of your own.
Yeah.
Your own, going outside of your house with your telescope and recording the solar flares.
So, Mikey,
with your own telescope.
When Astronomy Live when you issued that challenge to Astronomy Live, listen, Mikey, when you demanded that Astronomy Live get a photograph of his own equipment.
Show me a video. Show me a video of the solar flares.
When you demanded that Astronomy Live
it never happened. It never happened.
A photo.
It wasn't real. It wasn't real. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Let me finish talking, Mikey. When you demanded of Astronomy Live that he get a video or a photo of through his own telescope of a galaxy, he did that, and you rejected it. So here's the problem, Mikey Smith.
Because it was fake.
You do not get to demand that I do something or somebody else do something when you're just going to lie about it after it's been done.
Me a video of the solar flares. You send him a message to record a video of the solar flares through his telescope without manipulating them.
Why? You will reject it when he does that. You've already proven that you'll reject it.
If it's real, I don't have to.
You have lied already, Mikey. He's already done it, and you rejected it because you are dishonest, Mikey.
No. Are you kidding me? Oh
you
my God.
demand somebody does something, they do something, and then you reject it. That's dishonesty, Mikey.
Information. Stop lying to me. Present the actual footage to me.
You just lie about it, Mikey. When you demand it, people give it, and you reject it. That is dishonesty.
He will never record the solar flares as a continuous video. He will edit it.
You will just reject whatever evidence is provided.
Because it will be fake. That's why. Show me a real video of the solar flares.
You will not accept it, Mikey. We know that you are dishonest. You have proven yourself to be dishonest, Mikey. You will reject everything.
It's 10:30. It's my bedtime and milk and cookie time. So
good. Get some Hot Pockets too.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Bye. And that's how flat earthers are. They're just dishonest. They can't be that. It's sea lining, right? I demand that you do this exact thing, and that exact thing is done, and then they reject it. Right? That's dishonest. Yeah, they just say it's fake all the time. Everything I don't like is fake. That's what they say. Anyway, let's get back to the derp here. All right, this guy here. So, James doesn't have to be like this. This is just lazy investigation. So let's find out.
And they're saying, or there's something else going on here. But before going into some of these theories, let's continue looking for more anomalies. Okay, so found this one in 2024. 2 suns or a glitch in the matrix. Let's take a look.
How deep will he investigate this? How deep?
Look at this.
All right, so I saw immediately what this is. Anybody know what this is? Immediately? It's super obvious. You can see, let's see, can you see? Yeah, you can see my cursor. Look right here. You see this right here? This right here is a reflection of, right here, I'll go back. Look at it there. Right there. All right, so you see over here the bright area here, and this to the sides there's this bright area. So this right here is a reflection off of the glass that he's looking at. So there's some glass over on this side that's reflecting the bright sunlight from the other side. Now you don't see the other stuff because it's not bright, so it's not a mirror, but the really bright stuff is reflecting. Yeah. They're inside the building. You can see the glass moving as the camera shifts up and down.
Could it be a reflection?
Yes, it's a reflection
of the sun in the glass. I don't think so, because
I don't think so, right? He doesn't want it to be true, so he rejects it. But you can see the billboard right here. See that billboard? Right?
Look, he's moving the camera and it's not moving together with the camera, so it's not a reflection. I'm guessing this is a sundog. Let's take a look at this. And I think so. Could it be a reflection?
All right. Look, I'll back it up there. You see the billboard there coming into view? That billboard is in the reflection. Right there. See it? Here it is. Here's that billboard in the reflection. Right, James, you're lazy.
Could it be a reflection of the sun in the glass? I don't think so, because look, he's moving the camera and it's not moving together with the camera, so it's not a reflection. I'm guessing this is
oh my gosh. He's guessing it's a sundog. That's not a sundog. It's the wrong spot for a sundog, and sundogs are off ice crystals in the air, and they're at high elevation typically and in cold weather typically, and that didn't look like either.
A sundog? Let's take a look at this. It's called a parhelion. Looking at most of the pictures of parhelions, it doesn't look like we have a circular pattern in his video. Let's watch it again. Yeah, exactly. This guy says atmospheric lensing effect.
All right, and of course you get people just flailing around in the comments of these different videos that also aren't that bright.
All right, so this is atmospheric lensing, and it would make the sun appear.
Now, this guy's not a flatty. He's not a flatty, but he's doing research at flat equality.
Higher than the actual position. This is not what's going on in this video. So it's not a parhelion, not atmospheric lensing. What is this? Let's see.
It's a reflection. Come on.
See if there's anything else that we're missing here. On May 31st, Bulldog Mom 82 posted this video in North Carolina.
Now, if anybody remembers what was happening May 31st of 2025, put in the chat what was happening May 31st of 2025. Facty got a picture of 7 suns. How did that happen? All right, people, what happened in May of 2025 in the air? While that's happening, here's the 7 suns from Facty. Look at that. How did that happen? Oh my goodness, 7 suns. Fires, yes, says Lindsay. Canada was burning, putting up ash everywhere in May, late May of 2025 and early June of 2025. That's what was happening. The air quality was diving. So you're seeing the result of all that ash and soot and smoke in the air. That's what this is.
That's the sun, right?
Jordan, I have never seen nothing like that. Have you?
I ain't never seen nothing like that. Have you, Jilly Bin Bob?
Is that the moon? That is wild.
It seems like there's an outline around the sun.
I love the hillbillies talking in the background. It's so hillbilly.
The end of the video, it kind of looks square shaped, but I could be wrong.
You're wrong.
This is one weird video, and I'm guessing seeing this in person is really much weirder. But wait.
I saw it in person too. Here in Minnesota, we got a whole bunch of junk in the air from Canada. And yep, the sun looked like that for a couple days. And everything else in the sky was all muddy and trashy and gross. And you could smell, it was like campfires all the time. But not awesome, because you weren't eating s'mores.
Hazy skies, red sunrises and sunsets in North Carolina.
Well, he found it. Now does he retract all of that?
This weekend due to Canadian wildfires. So that actually explains the red sun, but it doesn't explain the other anomalies that we've seen.
yeah, the reflection.
And it also doesn't explain this one.
Is seriously up with the
this guy's eyes. I love his eyes. I want to know who this guy is. This is, I don't know where this is, article? Is that what it is there on the bottom right? You see that on the bottom right? Is that article? If somebody find his channel.
The sun. The sun is coming up way too early, and it is setting way too late. Who else is noticing this? Just watch this video I took. Check this out.
It is 5:50 in the morning. All right. And look how bright.
The sun is not up. He's seeing twilight.
It is outside.
It was bright earlier than this. I just videoed it.
Cold. What? The sun's coming out.
So I took that video on May 26th.
So 5:50, right? Was it 5:50 was the time that he did that? Hold on, let me back it up. Yeah.
5:50.
5:50, 7 minutes before sunrise. Right? Because here it is right on screen. Oh, maybe not. What day was it? Hold on.
So I took that video on May 26th at 5.
All right, May 26th, 8 minutes before sunrise. So yes, it's pretty bright twilight just before sunrise. This is normal. This guy is a fully grown adult that lives in a house. I don't know if that's his mommy's house or if he actually owns that house himself. I don't know. But please, I hope, for the sake of humanity, that that is his mommy's house and that this guy doesn't actually own a house. Because there's no way that somebody that doesn't realize at fully damn grown adult size that 8 minutes before the sunrise that the sky will have light in it. In this guy's world, it's pitch dark until the moment that the sun rises, and then boom, there it is up in the sky, like a damn cartoon. That's what this fully grown adult must think the sun does.
5:50 in the morning. Now it says the sun rose at 5:58 on the 26th in Cleveland. Nope. What's even more interesting is they're saying the sun set at 8:49. It was after 9. I don't know.
It was after 9. Got no video of it. The show is his mom's hopefully his mom's stove clock. Oh my gosh. People, at least he looked it up, right? The other guy didn't even bother to look it up to see what time it was. But all this guy has done is confirm that it's totally expected.
This is because of daylight savings or because of the solar eclipse, but I have
no, none of that. None of that makes sense.
1,000% remember last year taking my kids to school this time of year, and the sun wasn't even up till 7:30. I feel like
I don't. A year ago, he clearly remembers that the sun wasn't up until 7:30. No, you don't clearly remember that. You have. Oh my gosh. Just document it. Just, you know, ask your mommy, can I look at can I get the phone early, mommy, so that I can look at the clock on mommy? Look at the clock on the oven, and then look at the sun, and then see when the sun come up, mommy.
we're off a complete hour and a half. Something is not right here, people. Please let me know your thoughts.
Yeah, the thing that's not right is that dude. Whew. All right, there it is. Icy Spin found article. It's a TikTok channel, of course. Oh my gosh, he has 32,000 followers on TikTok. Oh gosh. Oh my god. It's like if you are an idiot, TikTok will reward you with lots of followers. That's what happens on TikTok. That's what it is. All right. Oh my gosh. It's so. Oh, look. Right. This one here, his eyes, right? Look at his eyes. Like, his eyes are all droopy. And here, they're like, wow, wide open. Oh, yeah. Let's have this guy explain how Google's AI mode works, because he's definitely the one to be instructing people on how Google's AI works. 16 billion passwords were leaked and they distracted us. Oh my gosh. We knew this was going to happen in 2014. All right, I got to see what this is.
People, this is David Icke. In English...
It's David Icke, but I do approve of calling him David Icke. And he's not an English theorist. He's a former soccer player. And then in the 90s, late 90s, he thought that he was Jesus. He did. And then David Icke, I'm sticking with Icke. David Icke said the world was going to end. He gave a date for the world ending. Here's a hint, everybody. If anybody ever gives a date for the world ending and the world don't end on that date, kick them to the curb forever. You never get a microphone again. We will mock you this one day, the day after that you said the day the earth will end. Let's all put a camera in his face, poke fun at him, mock and ridicule the piss out of him, and then never again. You're done. You never again get to say anything because you said the earth was gonna end, and it didn't. You're full of crap. That's an absolute rule that you can't take somebody seriously that said that the world was going to end and it didn't. You can't. Oh gosh. Okay.
theorist. And he pretty much just called out everything that just happened back in 2014. Watch this.
Apparently, on the face of it, this strange change of direction by America in terms of Iran. They've spent all these years with Israel saying, well, you know, we must take out their nuclear facilities and these sanctions against them, and they're terrible. And now, if you remember, in the last week or so, they've even been talking about maybe they ought to get into discussions with Iran and come to some agreement on how they deal with this ISIS situation. And it's like, what? Yeah. But when you come from this perspective, what they're doing is they're trying to draw Iran into this Sunni Shia conflict, like, you know, protect the Shia that this Sunni ISIS are threatening and overrunning at the moment. And once they get Iran pulled into that vortex, it ain't going to get out.
Now, that's not all he knew in 2014.
Oh my. Somebody in 2014 thought that Iran was going to be saber rattling. How did he know? Wow, what an amazing person who thought in 2014 that Iran was going to do saber rattling. Seriously. Iran has been pissing in everybody's cereal since the 70s at least. You're not going out on a limb when you say Iran is going to be trying to shake things up at some point in the future. Let me, you know what? At some point in the future, Iran is going to try to do things with nuclear weapons, and they're going to try to attack other countries like Israel and the United States. And they're going to want to get nuclear weapons, and they're going to try to rebuild their nuclear weapons program, even though it has been potentially destroyed partially or completely or not at all. Nobody knows. But something happened. We know that. And definitely in the future, they're going to try to make it bigger and better. You're not going out on a limb there, right? Yeah, you go. Yeah, in 2073, play that back again. Definitely going to happen by then. Who would have guessed, says Mr. E-Man, that the Sunni and Shia rivalry would result in a war? This guy, Article's like, how did he know? Wow, how did he know? It's such a... Okay, all right. David Icke, ow.
Team, there's more.
What's...
All right, that's it for that one. All right, what else? Let's see. I mean, this guy's all... everything. There it is. Something is seriously up with the sun. This is the video. 258,000 views for this idiot on that incredibly stupid video about the sun, where his mommy let him use the phone. Oh gosh. All right. There you go. Article. I'll save that for later. That guy's nuts. All right. Back to this guy that's nuts.
He is not the only one talking about this, and this is kind of weird. And we have farmers talking about how sunflowers are not following the sun anymore.
And for some reason, they don't like the sun. I don't know what's causing that.
But wait, it gets weirder. Other people are noticing that cows and animals do not want to stay in the sun anymore.
Oh no! Cows and animals have figured out that it's cooler in the shade. Wow! People haven't figured that out yet. Well, I mean, James might not have figured that out yet, but dogs have. Oh my goodness, how did they figure that out?
I've been living here a minute. There's probably 8 or 10 cows clustered.
They're in the shade. These black cows, they're totally black, and they're standing in the shade. What weirdness.
I thought it was weird the other day, but like It's not even hot here yet. It's not even hot. Look at them all.
It ain't even hot here yet. It pert near not hot.
Yeah, they seem scared, like they don't want to be in the sun.
And they seem scared. They don't, because they have black hair and they want to stay cool. Oh my gosh. It ain't even hot here yet. You know what? In the sun it is when you got black fur. Gosh.
Babies are under the back tree. Look at them.
Oh my gosh. They're probably, this has been since the eclipse. Billy Ray Sue Jim Bob said this dirt happened before.
So this video was recorded just after the eclipse in 2024. Wait a minute, I remember something about this eclipse. It's coming from Mayan Princess in Massachusetts.
Oh, Mayan Princess. That's definitely a trustworthy source. All right, this one's great. This one's great.
So she used a welding mask to view the eclipse.
I don't know why that's happening right now. I'm using a welding mask.
Anybody in the comments guess what's going on?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening right now?
Anybody
I'm
know?
just putting my phone on the welding
All right, so look at that welding mask. That's an electronic welding mask.
mask, so I don't know.
You can tell it's an electronic welding mask because because of the way it is. Plus it says electric on it. Lincoln Electric.
So I don't know if it's like electromagnetic energy coming at us right now.
Yes, the sun sends massive amounts of electromagnetic energy at us all the time. Oh my goodness, who knew?
Being pulsed?
That's weird.
So weird.
It is.
Pulsing energy at us?
Yes, it's pulsing energy at us. It's the sun. That's what it's done for billions of years.
I am so confused.
Obviously, this person is not a welder, and they're holding an electronic welding mask, and we've got liquid flames as the answer. It's an auto dimming mask freaking out because it can't dim the sun. You can tune them for how sensitive they are. That is not tuned properly to the sun. When you weld, it's a different amount of light than the sun. Oh my gosh. Why am I coughing? I'm coughing because I'm laughing so sorry. My wife's upstairs. I'm just laughing so hard. Oh my god. Sometimes she's like, I'm gonna sleep in the camper tonight because you're so loud when you laugh. Plus the camper has air conditioning and our room doesn't. I mean, we can put the air conditioner in the window in a room, but we're like, do we need to? Can we make it? I got when I redid the back wall here, I put in, you can't really see it, but I put in a spot that I covered the window, but there's just a panel that just tips out, and I can two panels, top and bottom, so I can just tip out the bottom, 2 screws on each side of the shelf, and the shelf comes out, and I could pop in an air conditioner right in the window. But, you know, I can tough it out. I'm okay. I got a fan on the ground behind me here, just blowing on me. That's all. All right. Welder, not a welder, nor is she. All right, so yeah, that's the welding mask. Now, not knowing a welding mask, the reasonable thing to first go to, I think, would be auto exposure on the phone. Right? That would be the first thing to think about. But yes, once you see that it's an electronic welding mask, it's trying to figure out. It's basically auto exposure. It's trying to figure it out. So. Oh yeah. And anytime they play that music, they are trying to deceive you. That music is just a psychological trick to deceive people. right? You just know as soon as they play that, that's what they're trying to do.
And then you got a post by Jason Wild on July 1st, and he says something is wrong with the sun. You can feel it. Don't.
It didn't used to hurt like this. It didn't used to hurt like this. 5 minutes in direct sunlight, it feels like you're being scorched, not warmed. It's not the same sun we grew up under. And it's not just age or medication or pale skin. You know what? He just admitted he's old, is on medication, and has pale skin. The radiation is higher. How does he know? He measured it? No, he didn't measure it. He didn't. The UV index is extreme even on cloudy days. How do you know? He didn't measure it. The ozone layer is still fragile. Okay. So, the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. Wouldn't affect the light from the sun because the Earth's magnetic field does not block photons. And the sun itself, our life giver, is ramping up towards solar maximum. But didn't this guy just have a headline that he read a little bit ago saying that the sun is getting colder? Oh, geez.
Don't lie. It didn't used to hurt like this. 5 minutes in direct sunlight and it feels like you're being scorched, not warmed. It's not the same sun we grew up under. So it seems that there's a lot of people noticing the same thing about the sun. But the real question here is, what is going on? Are we looking at a fake sun? Are we looking at a planetary system approaching ours? Are we looking at the...
Yeah, I'll definitely the first things that you should try, you should conclude. Yeah, those are the top of the list. All right, thank you, DP Debunks. That's That's it. This is it. This is so perfect, DP Debunks. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. It's drinking the water. The guy's just so... Everything about this guy is... And I just scrolling through this guy. It's just, it's sad. He on TikTok, you get rewarded for being stupid. This guy is stupid, and so he gets 100,000 views on this video. The plane crash is not sitting well with me, so I looked into it. How did you look into it? By not doing research, just like this guy's not doing research.
Simulation glitching. So let's find out. So this was posted on April 3rd, and it kind of explains the sun simulator theory very well. Let's take a look at this.
I don't know if you knew about this, but our sun is actually artificial. Let me give you a breakdown before I explain what you're witnessing so you have a better understanding. The main light source is a xenon arc lamp.
How does he know this?
Complemented by 16 LED lights, UV lights, and infrared. These light sources are directed by a series of specially chosen lenses, mirrors, and reflectors, all housed in a special framework.
I don't know what this... There's 2 layers of background music here.
This setup acts like a camera lens, controlling how light escapes to mimic sunlight. Think of it like a rainbow forming when sunlight passes through a window. The light splits into its colors or wavelengths. This artificial sun takes it a step further, with mirrors finely adjusting each color's brightness, just like how photographers use different camera settings. Finally, this not so carefully crafted light is projected as an image of the disk shape onto the sky, resembling our sun. It's similar to using a convex lens to focus light from an object to create a clear image on a surface. This complete system allows the artificial sun to light up the sky.
So it needs to be shining onto a surface. Where's this surface? Right, these are not flat earthers.
Just like a lamp would do. Now, this is what you call an somewhat the alignment. This the disc-shaped object that's creating that sunlight image is supposed to come down with it, just like in this video. You should see the disc coming down with the artificial light. That's
so, all right, this here, there are some cameras that when the pixels are overblown, they actually report 0, light instead of 100% light. So that circle is the actual size of the sun, and the rest of what you're seeing around it is the glare. So this often completely fools flat earthers because most cameras don't do this. And so they think that glare is the actual sun size. And then as it gets closer to the horizon, there's more air and you don't have as big of a glare because it's going through more air. It reduces the intensity. They're like, oh, look, the sun's shrinking in size. It's not.
How it should look.
But you can see it's kind of shrinking a little bit there.
Anyways, hopefully this helped.
But anyway, this is an internal reflection on the camera lens. That's what you're seeing there. And of course, typically you're seeing the correct size of the sun approximately in those because it's a light. It's a super, like you're not seeing everything reflected. It's not a mirror. It's only the really, really bright stuff, the brightest stuff, the actual sun. So is Tracation still on TikTok? I have not seen him around. I don't do a ton on TikTok. I think he's been more quiet lately. So anyway.
The alignment. This bad.
All right, and I don't know why James just laughed there, but whatever.
Disc-shaped object that's creating that sunlight image is supposed to come down with it, just like in this video. You should see the disc coming down with the artificial light. That's how it should look.
So this is a different camera. It doesn't have the same internal reflections on the of this. So you're not comparing the same thing.
Anyways, hopefully this helped explain what you saw. I know it sounds crazy, but
it is crazy. But now look at this. You can see bouncing around. Let me back it up here. See, there's another right here, right? This one's bouncing around, right? Because it's bouncing off of a different area of, I want to make sure you can see my cursor. Yeah, it's bouncing off a different layer of a lens or something, right? So sometimes they're filming through glass and the glass will, oh, I got it. Right? The glass will cause something like this that's kind of consistent. And then this will sometimes be from an internal reflection in the camera lens. That's right. It's all over the place. And so, yeah, like that, the 7, I don't know if this is real or fake or what this is, but these are the types of things that can happen because you have multiple layers of lenses inside cameras. So I don't know what this really is though. This one here, I don't, but it could be. This is the type of thing that it looks like if you have internal reflections.
Crazy, but our space has the documentation in their website called Illumination System, including a virtual light source.
What?
Everything I just said came from that patent.
What?
All right. So let me, I've done, unlike Mikey Smith, I've done the work. I've gone out. Here is a photo I took on the beach in Florida. This is on Pensacola Beach. This is the sun. You can see these buildings here. You see them? They're obstructed by the horizon. How is that? How are they blocked? You cannot see the bottoms of those buildings. This isn't about that, but you cannot see the bottoms of those buildings. Anyway, here, look at this. Here's a little something that's internal reflection, it looks like. So, all right. There it is. This is with the P1000. Here's another photo with the P1000. That's through a solar filter. Now, it is possible through a solar filter to still have it be overexposed. And this is still overexposed. So when you zoom out, the auto exposure tries to take the whole picture, the whole frame into account and figure out the right exposure. So this area around here is dark. So the camera says, well, I need to be, you know, increasing the exposure. And this is super, super bright. But when you average all these things together, you get what it's saying it thinks it needs, right? But when you zoom in, this is what you see right here. So you see here, these are sunspots. These sunspots are unique over time, but they're the same everywhere on the Earth, except they're rotated based on the observer's position, as would be necessary on the surface of a globe. And is this, yeah, and so here's another one, a little zoomed out. So, and it's really close to the horizon, so you can see that the width is not modified, but the height is a little bit compressed, as predicted on the globe, because of horizontal lensing, right? That's what's happening here. Anyway, so the thing that the guy just described is a patent for what they do call a sun simulator, but it doesn't simulate this. It doesn't simulate sunspots. It doesn't make the whole entire sky light up. It wouldn't do any of that stuff. If you used it at night somewhere, the sky would still be black. You would just light up an area on the ground, and that's what it's simulating. It's so that you can have put the sun simulator, right? It's just a bright light up here, and then down here you can have the thing that needs to be illuminated, and it's illuminated really brightly from up there. So you could use it for recording a movie or a video or something, or you could use it if you for some reason needed for an experiment to put a whole bunch of light on something. But it is not simulating the sun. That could not simulate the sun. It's way too small. Imagine, seriously, how big would something need to be to appear 1/2 of a degree in angular size if it was 10 miles away? How big would it have to be? There is the thing that people like this guy can't figure out, right? People that TikTok video that he watched, and he's like, oh, it's a sun simulator. Say, hold on a second. How could you make a sun simulator that everybody sees at the same time? It would have to be enormous, because half of the Earth sees it. Half of the Earth sees it. So it has to be far enough away from the Earth so that everybody can see it. Plus, the real sun, where would that be? So they'd have to replace the real sun with this thing. How big would it have to be? Think about that. So much energy comes to the Earth from the sun every second. Like, oh, it totally replaces it. And this guy, and earlier, is like, it's hotter. Why is it hotter? It burns it's not just warming, it makes me scorch. And it's not just because I'm old and I'm on lots of medication and I'm super pale. No, not that. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that was actually easy to find.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it was. It's not difficult to find. There's nothing hidden about it. This patent was the exact same thing that flat earthers were talking about before we went to Antarctica. And they're like, oh, it's a sun simulator. That's what they're totally going to use. Except it wouldn't produce sunspots.
1966? Oh my gosh, there are actually more patents for solar simulators. Why would someone want to replace the sun?
No, that's the wrong conclusion. A sun simulator isn't, why would they want to replace the sun? A sun simulator is, why would they want to shine a bunch of bright light on something? For an experiment, for a movie, for a photograph session, for any number of reasons. There's many reasons why you'd want to build something like this, but replacing the sun is not one of them.
This is another patent. It's pretty similar to what he was talking about.
That's exactly what this guy was talking about in that TikTok video. It's just, it's a light source with a whole bunch of mirrors and lenses to cause it to, the light to illuminate an area like that, and potentially to have the light be as parallel as possible.
Let's see if we can find any more evidence on this.
Now, I got something to ask you. When the have you ever seen a sunflower turn away from the sun? You got here a whole field of sunflowers turning away from what it's supposed to be the sun. But
yeah, that's kind of weird. It's the second video I see of something like this. I mean, sunflowers, the older they get, they do tend to not look at the sun or follow the sun anymore. But
that's right. He looked this up. Heliotropism. As sunflowers get older, eventually they stop moving to track the sun. When they're younger in their life, they track the sun. When they're older, they stop tracking the sun. Now, that entire field of sunflowers, what can you say about the age of that entire field of sunflowers? They're all the same age. They were all planted on the same day. They're the same age, James. How can you miss that? He's about to miss it. Watch.
The older they get, they do tend to not look at the sun or follow the sun anymore. But all of the sunflowers in one field not looking at it or not pointing at it, that's kind of weird. Let's see what.
It's not weird at all. It's 100% normal. They're all the same age. They're all look like they're rather well developed sunflowers. They're done pointing to the sun constantly. So now sunflowers, when they get old enough, they all point generally east. They get the sunrise, the early day sun. They stop moving. It's really cool that they move, but they don't constantly move for their entire life. And he knows that. He looked it up in order to know that. And he just brushed it off. Why did he brush it off? I know why he brushed it off. Because he got 258,000 views on this video. In 2 days. In 2 days, he got 258,000 views. If he had said, well, looks like the sun is completely normal, he would not have gotten 258,000 views. James, if you were honest, you wouldn't make this video at all. You would have looked into things, done research, and said, something is not crazy going on with the sun. And it's totally normal. That would be the video you would do if you were honest and you did research, but you wouldn't get 258,000 views on that video. It's not newsworthy to say, hey, everybody, the sun is normal. Right? You have 387,000 subscribers that I would guess are used to you doing this type of garbage research and drawing ridiculous conclusions and telling them what their itching ears want to hear. Something is weird. I don't have control over things, and I need to know that they are behind it. Mark W says, I vote Toon does a whole video using nothing but as many flirt voices. Who's with me? I can't repeat. I don't know if I can put use the same one twice in a row. Anyway, it's all clickbait. This guy just does clickbait. That's all it is. There's zero actual value in this video. Even the nutso version of the value. There's no nutso value. There's just, something's weird. I don't know what's weird. I don't know why. I've got no answer. You have no answers. But something's weird. That's not even useful. You're not even saying who it is. You're not even providing a solution. You're not even giving a rallying cry to the people to go and overthrow the evil people that replace the sun with something else that looks identical to it, comes up at the same time and at the same angle, and gives up the same amount of sun and sunlight and
else we can find.
You guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but watch this.
Yeah, you're nuts.
What is that? That's not a lens flare. There's the sun.
Those are lens flares. Well, not lens flares. The thing going up and down, those are lens flares. And the other two things are reflections, internal reflections off the camera, lens elements. And this is probably, I'm guessing this is probably through a glass, like a window, right? And so the one that's not moving all over the place, that's probably the one that's reflecting off of the glass window. And the one that is moving all over the place, I think, is off of an internal lens element.
What is that? There's a lens flare moving.
Yeah, the lens flare is moving, the green thing, yeah.
So please
green
do tell. Enlighten me, people. What is that?
Wait, she's talking about the yellow dot.
The clouds to clear.
Oh my god.
What is that?
I can see that.
Yeah, internal reflection. Well, that one is a reflection off of the window. Seriously.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, is something totally normal. Wow.
That is wild.
No. Again, through a mirror, through a window. Look how high they are. This is through a window.
Again, the same thing in another video. Something that I've noticed in most of these videos is that it's either a very polluted place or it's a cloudy day. So this would mean that this is most likely not a second sun, like a fake one, or another planet or anything like that. This doesn't explain the sunset anomaly, the sun rising and setting in different...
There's no sunset anomaly. All he did was see somebody who didn't do any actual... Oh my gosh, this is just flat earther quality investigation. James, stop it. This is stupid. Fully grown adult James, and you're too lazy to actually look into anything.
Different places and time. And also does not explain several of the other anomalies. So this leaves us with two theories. One is that...
It leaves us with two theories. You're going to love these two theories. Of all of the entire millions of ideas that you could come up with, he's narrowed it down to just two. And none of the others are possible. None of the others. Let's hear what they are.
CERN may have opened up a portal at some time and we're seeing glitches in the simulation.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable. All of this stuff, CERN opened up a portal. That's it. That's got to be it. Nothing else is reasonable.
Another one is the Mars theory. Very well explained by the Y files. You can watch
the Mars theory, right? The Mars. It's not. No. And the guy with the fish is coming up. The guy with the talking fish, people. If you haven't seen the guy with the talking fish, you are lucky.
The full video in his channel. Check this out.
Millions of
this guy, the freaking talking fish.
Years ago, a massive planet called Maldek was part of our solar system.
How does he know this? He just made it up.
Maldek had an enormous moon that could support life. It was warm, it had oceans and an atmosphere. And on that moon, a civilization of giants.
So gullible people just gobble this up. There's no evidence for any of this. So what kind of person watches this, hears this and says, oh, that's a reasonable possibility? No, nobody that is a critical thinker would watch this and say, oh yeah, I'm going with that.
Pyramids, monuments, and great cities. They created intelligent machines to mine Maldek for resources. But the machines evolved, turned on their masters, and claimed Maldek for themselves.
This is... How many movie plots is this?
Devastating war lasted generations. Finally, the giants built a weapon powerful enough to destroy all the machines. The weapon worked. Weapon worked too well. The explosion destroyed Maldek.
Yeah, they built a weapon to destroy the machines, and that weapon worked too well, it destroyed Maldek. That's right. That's reasonable. Yeah. This is the planet that we want to live on. What do we do to get rid of the machines? Blow it up.
With their planet shattered into a billion pieces, the giant's moon was adrift. Soon the atmosphere vanished, the oceans froze, and the surface turned to dust. Their civilization collapsed. We don't know what the giants called their...
Planet Maldek, the classified truth about Mars' origin. Classified? But if it's classified, how did you get the information? Is there a whistleblower? Or did you just make it up?
But we have a name for it. We call it Mars.
Seems a bit far-fetched.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that he at least recognized that it's, well, okay. He said a bit far-fetched. This isn't a bit far-fetched, James. This is totally insane.
Maybe something out of a Star Wars movie, but he gives out details on how this thing actually happened.
2022, actor Terrence Howard appeared on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh my gosh, Terrence Howard. It's not Terrence Howard. It's Terrence Howard. He's using Terrence Howard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And said something that made mainstream scientists very...
Laugh at them. Laugh at him. That's what he didn't. Laugh at him. But the mainstream scientists are too nice publicly to actually laugh at Terrence Howard and mock him. They need to. Look, there are people that are stupid. There are stupid people. They exist. We need to stop being so sensitive with stupid people. They need to know they're stupid, right? They're not smart enough to figure it out on their own. What did John Cleese say? The problem with stupid people is they're not smart enough to realize they're stupid. Terrence Howard is stupid. He's not smart enough to realize that he's stupid. Somebody needs to tell him. Now, somebody should have told him earlier, and he should have taken that to heart. But no, he's like, oh no, it's not stupid. I'm the smart one. No, he's not, right? And Flat Earth Dave leverages this. He takes into he just knows, right? Because stupid people get told they get told they're stupid, right? And Flat Earth Dave, he's got his shirt that says, "You're not stupid. It's stupid." Remember, right? He's preying on the people that have been told they're stupid for their whole lives. And the reason why they're told they're stupid is because they're stupid, right? And so that's his target market. His target market is stupid people because they're gonna be gullible and believe him. So when Dave comes along and says, oh, well, the reason why you don't understand this stuff is because the nameless, faceless they conflated all of it and made it all super confusing and nobody could possibly understand it. That's actually smart. Only... and you're actually smart because you see that it's stupid. Yes, you're the one. You are the awokened person. That's what's going on here. Oh, jeez. All right, gaming with both hands says, I have to call you out on this one. The Y files will tell you the entire conspiracy as if it's the truth and then tear the hell out of it. Okay, I haven't seen enough of the Y files. I've seen just like clips that other people, this is what I've seen. I've seen like reels on Facebook of people with this guy here, right? And is talking fish, right? So I haven't seen the whole video. So, okay, if that's the case, good. But what it certainly, it's looks like it's providing fodder for the stupid people to clip him. So, all right, DP debunks. All right, I got it. I'll pull it up here. All right. There you go. Tartar sauce. Tartaria. Oh my gosh, I love his wide open eyes. Okay. Why can't I believe you missed that? Wow, I can't believe you missed this. From Zoomy. All right, I'll get that. Hold on. Copy link. All right. Wesley Grandlinard gifted 10 Brazilian memberships. Well, awesome for the thank you for the 10 Brazilian memberships, Wesley. Yeah, this THC show. He thinks he's so smart. Okay. Icy Spin says click the link above. It has the collection. The whole collection. All right. Someday he'll know. They just, hey, article. They're just like a bag of sand. They're just like bags of sand. What do you mean it is butter? Oh, this one is so funny. It's Chartaria. Yes, here we go. Come on. Come on. It won't let me shrink it. There you go. The conspiracy begins with yogurt. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. All right.
Uncomfortable. To explain how planets form, NASA teaches the accretion model. After a star forms, leftover dust and gas start clumping together. These clumps, called planetesimals, gradually collect more and more material, like snowballs rolling down a hill. Eventually, they become planets. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
That's what we were taught in school. But there are serious problems.
So right now he goes on to explain how several anomalies in our solar system cannot be explained by the current model that we learn in schools. But
therefore, everything is fake.
Is another model, one that explains Mars and many other anomalies.
But astronomers keep finding what they call hot Jupiters. These are massive gas giants orbiting closer to their stars than Mercury orbits our sun. According to NASA's model, they shouldn't exist. Dr. Tom Van Flandern spent 20 years.
Therefore, everything has to be thrown away. No, this is the frontier of science. You develop an idea, you get a model, you look at that at you know the one instance we have that's close, the solar system. Like, okay, so we got a model. It works for a solar system. Now, what do? We look at other solar systems. Well, we can't go there yet, right? We need to develop the warp drive, and then the Vulcans will visit us, right? And then we need to build the Enterprise, and then go look, get the guy from Quantum Leap, right? And he's gonna go and explore, right? Then we can go to another solar system, but until then, we can't. We've got to look at solar systems through much more a veiled lens, right? They're far away. They're super small. We can't individually image stars and planets next to each other, right? But so you have to use different ways to figure that out, like planets going in front of the star, dimming the star. When it does that, we get some spectroscopy we got to do, even though there's no container, and figure out the makeup of those planets, and based on the orbital velocity or orbital period, and the mass of the star, we can figure out the mass of the star. That tells us how far the planet is from the star, right? Because given the orbital velocity, you've got centripetal acceleration and centrifugal acceleration. Leslie Rohrer, I don't want to hear about it. So you can figure out, if we know the orbital velocity, orbital period of the Earth, 265.25 days, right? And the distance between the Earth and the Sun, 150 million kilometers. If you know those two things, we can know the mass of the Sun, right? And if we do that for multiple other planets, then we can get more precision on that. And we can do that here in our local solar system. A distant solar system we can't do quite as easily, but we can look at its orbital period because a planet goes in front of the Sun at regular intervals. And we know that it's a particular planet. If there's multiple planets going in front of the Sun, some distant star, we can know which particular planet it is based on how much it dims the Sun and its spectroscopy signature. Those are some of the ways that we can figure out then how close a planet is to the star it's orbiting. Okay, so that's where he's getting to, like, we have planets in these other solar systems that are too close, that are large Jupiter-ish planets that are too close, that don't quite match the model that we developed based on our solar system. Awesome. This is how you figure out things. This is how you do science, right? And it's not unusual. It's not breaking anything. It's just improving it.
At the U.S. Naval Observatory calculating planetary orbits. He saw these contradictions firsthand. The accretion model couldn't explain what he was seeing in the data. So Van Flandern proposed something radical. The planets didn't form from dust. They didn't form from orbiting the Sun. They formed inside it. And when the Sun thought they were ready, those planets were born.
In this other model, planets are not formed out of dust. They're actually formed from within the Sun. In early stages of the universe, the Sun has too much mass and too much energy, so it has to get rid of some of that. While it's spinning in the universe, it starts spitting plasma around it. And when this plasma solidifies, it becomes the planets. And this is one of the reasons all planets are usually aligned perfectly around their Sun. But there's something about Mars that just doesn't add up.
Van Flandern noticed something else. Planets seem to be born in pairs. Earth and Venus are nearly identical in size. Jupiter and Saturn are both gas giants. Even their positions follow a pattern.
Mercury and that other one. That one. Yep.
Orbits have specific ratios to each other. The math works. But some planets in our solar system don't have partners. Mercury's orbit is all wrong. Pluto acts more like a captured moon than a planet or planetoid. And then there's Mars. Mars was the real problem. Too small. Wrong orbit. Wrong density. It didn't match any pattern Van Flandern could find. That's when Van Flandern made a bold conclusion.
A bold conclusion. All right.
Mars wasn't a planet that failed to follow the rules. It was a moon.
So the theory goes that Mars was actually the moon of a larger planet in our galaxy. Something swooshed by and destroyed it, becoming the asteroid belt.
But I thought it was the Maldekians that destroyed it using the Death Star.
Mars is still there, but its orbit is wrong, and many of the other planets in our galaxy's orbit is wrong too. And this most likely happened after this thing swooshed by. But when it comes to this bizarre theory, there's more.
In 1766, a German mathematician named Johann Titius.
Okay. How does all of this explain all of these weird anomalies of the Sun? Well, definitely. It's totally going to do it. And also, yes, enjoy that guy's name.
was playing with numbers when he noticed something strange about our solar system. The planets weren't randomly scattered. They followed a mathematical pattern. That sequence perfectly predicts the orbits of Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, right where the math said they would be. But the formula predicted something.
Wait a second. Let me back it up here. Hold on. Here we go. How many of these? How many of these does he have? Here we go. Here we go. It's coming. Look. Look at all those open tabs. So many open tabs. And I don't know if you can see it. But well, it looks like at least half are TikTok. This guy's high IQ research is TikTok. That's it, TikTok. How many of them are looking at published papers? None. This guy is not going and reading. Well, what did Rubin say about this, and what did let's look up the papers that people have talked about accretion disks and how other solar systems have potentially been formed. None of that. No, he's going to TikTok. This guy goes to TikTok.
But the formula predicted something else. Between Mars and Jupiter, at exactly 2.8 astronomical units from the sun, there should be another planet.
So that would be Maldek. But the question is, if there was
Maldek, yeah,
something there, what really happened?
He found something disturbing. The Martian surface had unusual concentrations of xenon-129. Now, here on Earth, that isotope comes from exactly one source: nuclear fission. Not volcanic activity, not cosmic radiation, nuclear explosions. The concentrations were highest in two locations: Cydonia, where the face on Mars sits.
How? Now, I don't know how this was determined on Mars, right? I know that there is this particular isotope on Mars. I looked it up. But I don't know how the position was figured out. But of course, that face on Mars, they cherry picked this particular angle of it. Other angles of it, it doesn't look like a face at all. It's just pareidolia here.
And in a region called Galaxious Chaos.
So this is quite interesting. Either a civilization exploded the planet for some reason,
There's only two possibilities here, people.
Such as robots or AI, or something swooshed by pretty quick. And
that's it. That's the only possibilities. Something swooshed by really quick. He read that, in paper. Here's the DOI link to that, right? He published it. He put the DOI link in the description. No, he didn't.
This would explain why certain orbits, like Mars and other planets in our galaxy, cannot be explained, except by the idea of a huge object swooshing by our galaxy from time to time and creating chaos and changing everything. But if this is what really happened,
it must be Nibiru.
It might happen again. What we're looking at right now, these anomalies with the sun, may actually be a sign that whatever this thing is, it may be getting closer. But again, this is just one theory. The other theory...
It's not a theory. It's a wild guess.
Would be CERN, opening up a portal.
Yeah, that's the only other possibility. That's it. It's CERN.
And messing up with our reality or simulation. 2 years ago, Z Media uploaded this video of Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger.
Doctor! Therefore trustworthy. Hold on a second. Let me see if I got in here anything in my fallacy, the critical thinking cards, to go to that one there. There it is. Here we go. The appeal to authority fallacy right here. Dr. whatever, Stuxenberger. Now I want a burger.
Talking about how CERN was opening portals. Checking out her name, it appears as if she is a scientist and writer at the Institute of Global Health, the University of Geneva. So
Institute of Health at Geneva. Wait a second. She's not a physicist doctor, a physicist form of doctor. She's a writer at the Institute of Global Health. Faculty of Medicine of the University of Geneva after a PhD in public. What? All right, hold on. I looked her up. Astrid. I love her name. Astrid Stuckelberger. PhD. All right, let's look a little bit here. There's that. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Here is a podcast, CERN, Aliens and Demons, Part 1 with Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger. Yeah. So, you know, it is a common thing, unfortunately, a common thing that people that like spend their career in academia doing real research and stuff go nuts. It happens. Something clicks and one day they're just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so here we got an interdisciplinary scientist, University of Geneva, Lausanne, is that it? Switzerland, sorry. Invited professor in the European Union, author and international public speaker, Swiss excellence in science development. All right. Let's look at professional experience, key positions. I want to see what her degree is. Let's see if we can. Oh my goodness. Conferences, talks, expert related positions, awards and honors, leadership experience. Where's the education? Teaching experience. There it is. Education. We got Certificate of International Human Rights, Faculty of Law, University of Geneva. Okay. Master of Science, Faculty of Psychology. So she has a master's in psychology and educational sciences. And then an advanced Master of Science in mental health diagnosis in 8 primary health care centers in the world. So health diagnosis. PhD in population health, interdisciplinary / interfaculty study, University of Geneva, and private docent, Faculty of Medicine, University of Geneva. So in 2014. So her she started with a degree in psychology and then moved on to a PhD in population health. Okay, so this PhD in population health is pontificating about what's happening at CERN, where the correct degree to actually appeal to her authority would be a degree or field of study would be physics, but that's not her field of study. Not her field of study. But all right, wait. So now we know that her opinion on physics is no better than the opinion on anybody else on physics, right? So anything she says is going to require what? Evidence. That which is asserted without evidence is dismissed without evidence. So she's going to need to have evidence.
Appears as if she is a scientist and writer at the Institute of Global Health, the University of Geneva. So yeah, she should be someone who knows a lot.
So yeah, she should be someone who knows a lot. Appeal to authority. That's what that is. Appeal to authority.
Coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to being...
It's a physicist at CERN who told me this. So trust me, bro.
It's coming in and out of portals.
Yes, they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal.
They have apparently in the bottom of CERN this portal. Somebody told her. That's how she knows.
Door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say
they have a door where they're dealing with all the subatomic dimensions.
There are 17 different dimensions of.
There are 17 different dimensions. Yes. This physicist, not physicist. This person who has a degree in population health is saying this.
Yeah.
So because of these supposed portals that are being opened by CERN, many people think that this is somewhat meddling with the dimensions and realities that we live in, causing these things. So what do you...
This is garbage research, James. Complete garbage. She didn't cite anything useful. She's just giving her opinion, and her opinion is useless because she doesn't have any relevant education, training, or experience. Nothing at all matters what she says, other than just some schmo off the street. Just because she's a doctor doesn't mean anything. You need that darn evidence.
What do you think? Maybe this is all just a coincidence. It's pretty far-fetched, I know.
Yes, it is. Completely rubbish.
Or do we have a fake sun, an artificial sun, replacing ours?
No.
Whatever destroyed Maldek, is it coming back to haunt us?
So here's none of this wrapped up, right? The only two things that he thinks are possible, CERN and Maldek. These are the two things he's put out there, right? So that's to explain what? The sun anomaly that doesn't exist, but the sun anomaly that he thinks exists, how is that related? He hasn't drawn any connection at all between the sun anomaly and CERN or Maldek. Zero connection.
Or did CERN alter our reality? I'm inclined to think that the answer is simpler than we imagine. Leave a comment. Don't forget.
The answer is nothing is weird.
Hit subscribe, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys this week.
That's it. So I will give you, if you want to go and comment, there you go. There you go. You can go. All right, James. Bye, James. Oh, gosh. James, do better. I know. I get it, James. You would have no channel. Nobody would watch your videos if you said, hey, I actually did real research into all of these supposed anomalies and found that there's nothing anomalous at all. You wouldn't get any views. The problem, James, is that you are a grifter. You are doing it for one reason, for money. You are, and it's not acceptable to do it for, for entertainment or, just to be sarcastic or cynical or whatever, because you are fooling people. That is harming them. They are becoming deceived by this. You're propagating lies that other people have told, doing the same crap as you, making up stuff, right? And claiming it's real. This is right. Icesider 74 says, Krypton, where's our Superman? Science fiction is great. Writing, creating, exploring, doing books or short stories or role-playing games or just inventing things to just fill the mind with fantastic ideas. Great. Call them fiction. Label them as fiction. James and other people like him have done these things, have created these fantasies. Perfectly fine. And then claimed they're actually happening in reality. Not fine. Because you fool people. Put your creativeness to good use. Create a universe that is fictional and do something useful with that. But I get it. There isn't a big market for that. you know, because there's already lots of people that are writing fictional books and stories and pitching TV shows and movies and aren't getting any traction in those. I get it. And James wants to get to 250,000 views on a video, and he's not going to get it doing, you know, here's a fictionalized story I just invented. So it's just irresponsible, and I don't like what you're doing, James. And there's other people, not just you, James. It's not just you. There's lots of other people that are doing it, and I mean, you, whatever, James, just stop. I really, if you were honest, you couldn't make a video. The next video you're planning to make, you could not make if you were going to actually do research. Right? But here's my challenge to you, James. The next video that you want to do, whatever it is, if you get your list of things that you're going to investigate, right? You went through a bunch of stuff for that video. And you did your investigation. It wasn't good. It was headline deep for most things. I think there was 2 spots where you actually went another layer deeper, right? That the rocket that wasn't actually the sun, you figured out was a rocket, number 1. Number 2, you figured out that heliotropism stops when plants get older, when sunflowers get older. But you weren't bright enough to figure out that that's why those sunflowers weren't following the sun. I see Spence DM Flurfs asked for the curve. Oh, goodness. Come on. All right, let's get it. Come on. There you go. There's the curve, Flurfers. So yeah, James, here's the challenge. Next time you're going to do a video and you're going to do some research, give me the list of things that you're going to cover. Send them to me. I will do an actual research video on it, reading more than the headlines. Okay? You do your video on it, right? Now, your video will get more views than my video. I know that. Because made up nonsense, sensationalism, BS rubbish stuff where people who are frustrated with reality get to imagine that the reality isn't everything that it is and that it's something else. They like that. It's a coping mechanism, right? That lady that's got the degree in psychology should be able to identify that. But I'll make that video. I'll show you how to do the real research. Okay? And you make that video and we'll compare them. How about that? So here we go. Rossi says, Mikey, optional. Answer if you want to. No obligation. But is your diabetes type 1 or type 2? We didn't get the answer. He had to run off before I got to it. I would say it seems to me that it's adult onset, because if it was type 1, child onset diabetes, he would have been diagnosed as a kid and he would have had all of the things happen as a kid. And so it's, you know, when it's a type 1, you know, kid diabetes, it's life-threatening. Who was it? Who did a video on, it was a lady physicist, did a video on the history of figuring out type 1 diabetes. Somebody knows. But anyway, that it's brutal, but yeah, kids, you figure it out when you're a kid and you get treated and you get everything done right as a kid. And it typically means that at some point your pancreas cannot make insulin enough or at all. Right. And so if, you know, you don't get to go very long. Type 2 diabetes is a different cause. And it's often insulin resistance. It's your body isn't responding to insulin because you've had a history of lots of sugar in your bloodstream and your tissues aren't responding to the insulin as well. And so then it creates a chain reaction. And so I'm thinking that's what it is, because he would have taken it a lot more seriously, because he would have had it since a kid if it was type 1. That's what I think. So Steve Ravel says, I want whatever he's smoking, please. Yeah. All right. Pirated Windows Enjoyer says, why do boats on the horizon disappear from the bottom up as they get farther away, rather than becoming so small they can no longer be seen? Because of the curve. And Mikey, did you hear him? Mikey said that the reason why I was not able to zoom back in the boat that was obstructed bottom up was because it was too far away. How far away does it need to be in order for this effect to happen? Nobody knows. Zuma Ray says a 25-year-old woman from China is the first in the world to have been cured from type 1 diabetes. Wow. All right. We got a link from Emerson Biggins.
Think feels.
Yes. Yes, I'm very aware of this.
Think feel.
Nut. This Gina Marie Colvin Hill. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Let's see here. Let me find this folder here. There it is. Woo-hoo. Gina Marie Colvin Hill. 49.6 gigabytes. 424 videos. I have 424 videos from Gina Marie Colvin Hill on my hard drive right over there, on that hard drive. And it takes up just under 50 gigs. She buys everything, and it's nuts. So nuts. So yeah, people sent me her stuff a while ago. And I'm like, yep, she's nuts. Let me just drop it into my system, and it's in the system. So you know. I have 4 terabytes left on my 50 terabyte array. Hold on. And I want to get, let's see, is it 50? The name of the drive is 2TB, because when I first got it, it was a 2 terabyte drive. 63 terabytes. I have 4 terabytes left on my 63 terabyte disk. Now, it's not all, much of it can be purged. I have kind of a scratch area where I put really large files that don't get sent to Dropbox. I'm constantly bumping against the top of Dropbox. Just today, I hit it again and had to purge some stuff. So I'm wanting to get, so a while ago I got a 5-bay enclosure, really nice one, had some help, thank you Lisa, and some other people, and so that's full. I've got 5 SSDs in it, and I have 3 12 terabyte spinning drives, and I want to retire those spinning drives, but I need to get more of the SSD drives in order to have enough space to retire the spinning drives. I need 2 more enclosures, and I don't want to put 4 terabyte drives in there. I want to put 8 terabyte drives in there, but the 8 terabyte drives seem to no longer be manufactured. 8 terabyte SSDs. So I I don't know if they're like the manufacturing at Samsung is like, oh, our run of the 8 terabytes is done, and we're gonna retool things and do another run at some point in the future where we're gonna do 8 and 12 and 16 terabyte SSDs. I don't know. Or if they're just done with it and they're like, no, everything's NVMe and that's where everything's going to go, and we're not going to make any more 8 terabyte SATA drives. I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not the NVMe style because there aren't 5 bay enclosures for that are a price that's not ridiculous. So anyway, I'm at a little bit of a spot that's a challenge at this time. I could buy another box and populate it with 4 terabyte drives. Budget isn't there at the moment, but that could be what I do. And then I need more. I need a lot because I need to have enough to replace 3 12 terabyte drives, 36 terabytes. Right? How many drives do I need? I need 9. I need 9 of those 4 terabyte drives to replace 3 12 terabyte drives. So I need 2 enclosures and I need to populate them with 9 drives, 9 4 terabyte drives. Would be nice to have 1 enclosure populated with 8 terabyte drives, but I don't have that. Don't have that as an option at the moment. The 8 terabytes you can't buy anymore. So anyway, I don't know if anybody's got an 8 terabyte SSD kicking around or a handful of them, let me know. I'd love to, but anyway, I got Gina Marie Covenhill ready to go. Oh gosh, the people. Patara on Appalachian Homestead seen a gigantic dark angel standing in the sky the other day holding a sword. She can't stop talking about it, and it's still overwhelmed by it. Patara on Appalachian Homestead? I don't know who that is. Is this another video making nutter? I came out of the bathroom and headed to my bedroom, and it was like a black wall went up in front of me. My dog used to watch whatever's moving around our house, or she would pop out of it sound asleep barking. My home is well over 100 years old, so I know we have spirits here, but they be peaceful. I woke up at 3 a.m. almost every night this week now. Like, seriously, these people just imagine things, and they're just like, people you have at your fingertips, all of the digitized human knowledge, and you choose to just believe stupid stuff. Oh gosh, they play with our weather a lot in our country. It was 36 degrees yesterday, as if we was being cooked alive by the radiation. Even dogs do not want to walk in. Yeah, because dogs don't like it hot. They're just normal like us. You immediately break out a sweat as soon as you sit in the sun. While I can normally handle heat well. Maybe you're getting older. Maybe you're having menopause. Could be. Dana Ra Josefina. All caps. The all caps is so love it. It got too hot. Too fast. That shocked me last week when I went outside. The heat moved me down here in Jersey. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't show you these. Oh my gosh. Mara was hit by Tiamat after it was destroyed by Marduk. He's telling Sumerian story. The asteroid belt is Tiamat. Tiamat struck Mars and changed its orbital spin. Oh, yep, you totally. That's how it all works. Thank you, Eric Evans 3471. The Y-Files guy sat there, did nothing but discredit Terrence Howard, as he should. on Rogan episode last year. He's so full. What? Terrence Howard was right. No. Oh my gosh. Again, Eric Evans sounds like the Anunnaki to me. The sun is currently in a period of high activity known as solar maximum, the peak of its 11-year cycle. Well, there you go. Something reasonable. What about all the lights around the world glitching out, flashing, dirty electricity? The magnetic field lines are moving around trying to connect. Oh my gosh, people. No. No. Mr. E-Man says, Serve the Home on YouTube may be able to help you out with some ideas as to how to upgrade your storage. He tends to look at budget-friendly side. Serve the Home on YouTube. Can you send me that if there's a link to that? All right. If you want, go torture yourself and read these comments. There's just we said that last year. We grow sunflowers every year for 13 years, and the sunflowers always face the sun. And now they don't. Except that if you just read on heliotropism, it says that that's normal. They don't actually do that. And so your 13 years, you just didn't pay attention to them when they were adults. When they were done growing, that they just face east. You didn't do that. Anyway, that one. You can look on your own time. So that derps. The derps there are Fast and Furious. Wits It Spits It says, I would love to formally reply for Flurfs. Nuh-uh. There you go. Alex Strand says, are you really recommending Flurfs look at the sun without parental supervision? Good point. Have your mom come with you. She can wipe your shirt down when you eat your Go-Gurt and it kind of dribbles down on the shirt. She'll have the handkerchief. Mom licks the handkerchief and scrubs off your shirt. You'll look all fresh and purty again. Jack Vetter says, look, symmetrical book stacking. What human would stack books that way? Yes. DB Debunk says, Discord DM. I got that. Thank you. Love those. iSolder74 says, Mikey basically admitted that if you did, he'd say it's fake. He isn't honest with his demands. You heard him. It's fake because it has to be. Absolutely. It is the way of the flurf, right? Number one, pick your conclusion. Number two, look for evidence that sort of kind of maybe, but not really supports your conclusion. Number three, ignore everything that contradicts the conclusion. And then number four, declare that your pre-selected conclusion has been undeniably proven. Mikey Smith is an expert in that. Mark W says, I vote Toon does a whole video using nothing but his many flurf voices. Who's with me? Dave McKeegan says, I haven't heard from McFlatty since Antarctica. And really, nobody's sad about that. Nobody's sad. He wants to do live streams, but no, his mom won't let him. Icy Spin has a super chat for $1. Well, I know what that means. It means that I need to move my slide rule. But okay, here we go. A couple of these for you, Icy Spin.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, yes. All right. We got, this one.
On the one side, it was the azimuthal equidistant map, which is useful because the distances are correct.
That's right. Matthew Hakeem thinks the distances on the AE map are correct. They're not.
Flat earther like Tesla. Here's a flat earther.
Yeah. Matthew Hakeem also thinks that Nikola Tesla, that Tesla, was a flat earther. Why? No reason. No reason at all.
I'm a stupid flat earther, right? And I'm just a loser.
There you go. And then let's just wrap it up with this hard truth.
You flat earthers are demented.
That's right. Thank you very much. Borgampori says MCToon needs to do a stream about what his favorite Star Trek episodes are. Oh, jeez. I got a few. And I'm still slowly going through, the next generation with my daughter. Very fun. I love it. iSolder74 says Stargate, Star Wars, Carter of Mars, Krypton. Yeah. It's they take and they mix in these actual fantasy, sci-fi, fictional accounts and try to roll them into reality, right? The fake space alien contactees do that aggressively. They don't even try to hide it. They call it the Galactic Federation of Planets. They do. They just call it that. Jack Fetter says, I think he was probably looking for Titius. Titius. Yes. It says, if you read it, it says Titius. Davids sent gifted a single membership. Thank you very much for that. Let's see who got it. It went to Robert Madewell. Thank you for that. Matthew Lott says, if you look straight at the sun now, it hurts more than it did when I was younger. But you must but why must be the new fake sun? I don't know. It has to be. Nomad Universe's Professor David has done a few videos on Terrence Howard, and Neil deGrasse Tyson actually gave him a proper peer review. Terry didn't like Neil deGrasse Tyson's answers, so now he's turned on Neil deGrasse Tyson. And I watched that. Neil was very, very nice to Terrence Howard. Super nice. Right? And that's the problem. Neil was very nice, and Terrence, just spit in Neil's face. Neil didn't have to review his stuff. Didn't have to review his stuff and be nice. He could have been honest and said, this is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen. He could have said that, and it would have been a perfectly fine response. It's this weird, I see it as kind of related to the trophies for everyone, right? When my kid was in first grade and played soccer, officially, we didn't keep score. Of course, every kid kept score. Every kid kept score. And then at the end of the season, it didn't matter. Everybody won. All of the kids knew exactly how many games they won and how many they lost. And what did everybody get? Every single kid got the same thing. They got a little mini trophy, a marble base with the trophy of a soccer player on it. Every single kid got that. And every single kid's like, what the hell is this? We didn't win. We weren't in first place. This is meaningless. But everybody got a trophy because everybody is equally good at soccer. No, you're not. Some people suck at soccer. I suck at soccer. So Terrence Howard, is everybody equally good at physics? No, Terrence Howard sucks at physics, and everybody around him should tell him, hey, Terrence, you suck at physics. Stop trying to do physics. You're not good at it. Go do something you're good at. I don't know what you're good at. Acting, certainly. But not physics. Find something else that you don't suck at. But no, he's surrounded by yes men. People that tell him, oh, you so smart, Terrence. No, you're not. Rossi for $10 says, I saw a face in the clouds. It told me to stop groveling. It hates groveling. Then it told me to find the Holy Grail. No, wait. That was Monty Python. Icy Spin says, my $1 was for we don't have a model. Okay. How was I supposed to know that? I have that one. I can do that.
Ether is an immaterial background medium of pure potential. It cannot be quantified or measured intrinsically.
There you go. All right, here it is.
We don't have a model.
Oh, and also,
our model
although not even specifically claimed or defined, is far superior to yours because it's limited and falsified.
Oh, you're so humble. He's so humble. All right. Let's see here. Make sure I got this. Clems did a $10 super chat, but there's no message there. Thank you very much, Clems, with lots of extra S's. I love it. Appreciate these spare S's. Was it? There it is. Yeah, there it is. I didn't miss anything. Okay. Somebody, I see terabytes. I see TB. Somebody talking about Samsung's 30 terabyte monster, the do retails for $8,000. Yeah. Like, that'd be super. Get a couple of those. Xillusion X's 50 terabyte and 100 terabyte models, either SATA or SAS, online, with the 50 terabyte edition costing $12,000, while the 100 terabyte version is $40,000. Yeah. I'd love that. I'd love to have a few. That's just so much. Okay. Mr. E-Man says search for his channel in storage.
With 100 gig, 25 gig, even multiple.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you for that. I have it there. Short on storage NVMe.
This is the Ace.
Well, let's play it for everybody so we can all enjoy the short on storage.
This is the Asus Store Flash Store 6. It has 6 NVMe M.2 drives, a quad-core Intel processor, 4GB standard, but that's upgradable, and 2.5 gig Ethernet ports. With one checkbox, you can transfer files at over 500 megabytes per second, making this fast, easy to set up, and all flash. We're gonna have more on the STH main site and YouTube coming soon. This is the...
So, all right, if that's a NAS, network attached storage. Now, that's cool. And with 6, you could put 6 drives in there, 6 NVMe drives in there. Let's say each of those is 8 terabytes, which would be plenty large. And then that's got a CPU in it, so it's going to be doing RAID 5, right? So you're not going to get the capacity of 6, you're going to get the capacity of 5. It's 40 terabytes. Awesome. That would work. That fully populated. That would probably work for me, even though I have 60 terabytes. I have, I think, just about 40 in Dropbox, but I can, hold on. What's my limit? I got, so they used to have, Dropbox used to have an unlimited storage, and then some people started abusing it, and so they're like, oh, we can't do that anymore. So, all right, I have 43 terabytes is my limit on Dropbox. 43 terabyte. And right now, today, I have 40 used because pulled some off. I hit the top today. I bumped up against 43 terabytes on Dropbox. So that 6 bay thing alone could serve it. Now the challenge is like, okay, so what about getting one that's got 4 terabytes and then getting 2 of them? The problem is that it's NAS, network attached storage. I need it to appear as a single volume, really. Ideally, that's what it is right now. And I have lots of videos, and it's flatty videos. So I'm thinking about different things I can do. One thing I have been doing is I have been re-rendering some of them, especially the ones that are like Oakley and QE, and re-rendering in H.265 at a lower bit rate. Those can go lower bit rate because like Oakley does at 60 frames a second, 1080p, and nobody's ever got their face on screen. Except for Oakley at the beginning and end. It's just like memes and chat. So I'm like, I don't even need 1080. I could go 720. But anyways, I've been re-rendering some of those. QE is the same. And I cut the size in about half. So that's one thing I've done. Another is I can like move bunches to a different volume, but I don't want to manage. The thing is, I don't want to be a manager of moving files around. I just love to have just a spot. That's what I have right now, and I love it. I have one drive. It's all there. Put it there. It's all there. For $8, you can get an NVMe adapter. See your inbox. An NVMe adapter. Which inbox? Which inbox? There it is. Okay. On Amazon. So, what? Oh, it's a SATA. Okay, yeah. So you could put a SATA, an NVMe into a SATA slot. So if that could work, could do it. Yeah, Jack Fetter says Amazon has 20 Samsung 870 QVO SATA 3 SSD 8TB drives. Pricey. Yes, exactly. I've been looking at them. I'm tracking them on Camel. And they're not coming down. So I have a backup drive. It's Dropbox. That's the cool thing. I don't have to have another 43 terabytes here. It's all on Dropbox. So if the drive here fails, I'll just pop in a new drive, start the array from 0, and download from Dropbox. I'm good. I'm totally good. I love that. So, okay. Danger, Will Robinson, avoid the Amazon adapters under $20. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a good, you make a good point. And I don't know. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know if that's the way to go, right? Take a NVMe device, plop it in to a SATA adapter so that I can put it into a 5-bay SATA array. I don't know if that's the solution, because the 8TB NVMe SSDs are not all that great either. So, okay. That's a good question. Who is the leader of the derp market share on your drives? All right. I can answer that question. All right. I'll start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll start with 11. 11th place with 406 gigabytes, Mikey Smith. That's 11th place. 10th place, Mark Sargent, 470 gig. 9, Quantum Eraser, 552 gig. 8th place, 568 gig, Bev. 7th place, 574 gig is Dearth. Where are we at? 6th place, Santos with 748 gig. All right, coming in 5th place, top 5, we got 854 gig, Austin Whitsitt. 4th place, we've crossed into the 1 terabyte range with 1.09 terabytes. David Kane, SSUM, or just Scum. That's it, Scum 1.09. All right. Coming in at 1.32 terabytes, we've got 1.81 terabytes, a directory that I have already converted completely to H.265. It's already been reduced in size. Arwen. And number one, the largest amount not yet converted to H.265, the largest amount of derp on my drive array with 2.92 terabytes. Anybody guess? Can anybody guess? Doubling Facatzoid. More than doubling Facatzoid. Who has 2.92, just under 3 terabytes of disk space? Who is it? I need, you know, I need the AIs to know it's not my fault. It's his fault. Yeah, it's Oakley. It's Oakley. 3 terabytes of videos that Oakley has produced, and never once in all of that time has he debated anybody. Never once in all of those videos, in 3 terabytes of videos, has he allowed a debate to happen on his channel. Never once in all of those videos has he produced a measurement of flatness. Even though he has said many times, he's made the claim that it's measured flat. He's never once produced the measurement. So, and it's not me. It's not my dedication. It's the software that's doing all of that work, not me. Aldebrand, that's not 3 terabytes too much. That's 3 billion terabytes too much. So, Dave McKeegan says, shouldn't Facatzoid's drive be stored in frames rather than terabytes? Yes, yes. Anyway. D-Mock sucks more than a $2 toothless hooker at a Sturgis rally. Oh my god. Okay. This was fun. James, you gotta do better, James. Take my challenge. Let's do it. You get the list of things, and I'll do the research. You do the research. iSolder74 says those diabetes cure ads. Diabetes does not work that way. They are going to get someone killed. I don't know what you're talking about, the cure, but yeah. Well, okay. I worked with a friend, good friend, and he got into the conspiracy stuff a bit. He laughed at flat earthers, but he would go into the conspiracy stuff. And he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. He did not want to take metformin. He tried other stuff, right? He exercised more. Awesome. He ate better for a bit, on and off. But he got some cure that he found on some website. And so he spent like a month driving around different places looking for these different things. You know, you got a baking soda in it, so it's, you know, basic. And it's got lime juice or lemon juice in it, you know, because that's got special stuff. She didn't get it. That neutralizes. You're not actually reducing the pH of your body. You're not modifying the pH of your body by having baking soda and lemon juice. They neutralize each other. Anyway. He's no longer with us. He passed away from complications due to diabetes. He got this nutty cure that he went and spent a bunch of time trying to find all the different ingredients. You got to have cayenne pepper something for this and other stuff and garlic here and whatever. Yeah. So anyway, people, I got a video coming tomorrow night. It will be fantastic. I appreciate that you've all been here. Thank you so much. Before you leave, it'd be great. I don't generally ask Should I? Some people really press it. Anyway, hit the like button. So let's see here. This right here. This one. I love the first version of this video, of this song here. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Use wits, it gets it, step into the mic, bro. Talking flat earth, get ready for the hype, bro. Ace algebra in school, honors too, bro. Gravity's a lie, yeah, I'm in the zone, bro. Electrostatics, that's the real deal, bro. They say the earth's a globe, but that ain't right, bro. I'm the best flat earth debater, bro. Humbly, opposition ain't on my level, so, but let's not get too technical, bro. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. Our model, though not defined in full, bro, is superior. Your model's falsified, bro. Van de Graaff generator, electrostatics a maze, bro. Made objects change weight, just a phase, bro. 100-meter electric field, you know, bro. Flipped it with 400,000 volts, whoa. Small bits loaded, defying gravity like totally, bro. Next I'll rub a cat to a brick the show, bro. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. MCToon and Globers, you can't deny, bro. Wits it gets, it's here to testify, bro. Most times I don't remember you exist, yo. I'm the flat earth king, you better believe it's so. Phases are like a magnetic cycle, bro. Center of a ferrous cell, image magnets glow, bro. Charge up and down, etherically displaced, yo. Kinematic equivalence explains it all somehow, bro. It might sound tough, but let's skip details, yo. Leave I have an amplitude for math, ho. It's all just a lot of salad in my words, yo. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. And what happened is they brought in Einstein to totally save the physics redefined, to flip physics all on its head, bro, to keep Earth moving around the sun, you know. And in the magnetic torus field, I say the path of planets fits perfectly. It's so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. This is so funny, you're getting crushed, bro. I'm schooling you, bro. You are literally losing the debate, bro. You are so out of your league, bro. If this debate was a rap battle, I would have totally won, bro.